for it. So if you're off tanking, it will also help you there.
はい。という感じでございます。
I like Nation Flash.
I like you.
あゆみさん大丈夫？進めて。
Concerning.
はい、大丈夫です。
はい。では続いて暗黒騎士いきましょう。
Oh, Dark Knight?
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
まず一つ目、ソルトアースの設置位置がですね、結構こうめんどくさかったグラウンドターゲットで。
I was already doing this part anyway.
さらにその、
With a macro.
中に派生するアクションっていうのを新しく追加してます。
Salted Earth doing a new combo.
So with Dark Knight, Salted Earth will now affect the area immediately around you and make a new action available. You may remember you had to place your Salted Earth, but now it's going to appear where you are standing, and from there stems a new action.
まあ僕もそうだったんだけど、マクロ作ってやってたりするのが、ね、もはやなんなんだっていう感じだったんで、もう変えました。はい。
So even Yoshida had to like set up a macro so that.
Do you find like their music's a bit loud?
And so it seemed a little pointless. So we have made adjustment there.
で続いて、まあプレイヤーが新しいアクション、習得するので、英雄の英心もその新アクションを使うようになりますよ。素晴らしい。
And so the second point was your Simulacrum will also gain a new action when you acquire one of the new job abilities. So your Living Shadow is going to learn new actions as well.
まあ暗黒は今綺麗に結構ローテ回
I
せ
thought
て
they
る
were
ん
using
で、
new action. I've never seen it use those other abilities.
なんか変わるってところはないんですけど、ただブラッド・デリリアムのリキャストが、こちらも60秒になって、3回までになってます。なのでやっぱりこっちの
Everything. They're deleting the game.
They're done. They're finished.
And so I think with the Dark Knight, rotations are pretty clean and straightforward. But one of the other changes that are being applied is Delirium. Recast time will be adjusted to 60 seconds, and that would be also affected up to 3 times. So again, I think frequency will go up again.
あとはプランチカットの、射程範囲も20メートルに、拡大します。5メートル伸びる。で、あとは新技でブラックナイトとは別に反対ターゲットの防御バフも追加されてます。
All right, how are we feeling?
So with plunge,
we want to go back in while this part
also
happens because it's less
extend its
attention demanding.
Range, another 5 yawns.
I got to see what I mainly wanted to say.
And
Is this
then
resistance
there will
supplier
be a
has
new action that's added separately from the Black Knight. Would be a single target defense buff.
It's just you and I.
はい、暗黒騎士はこんなところで、続いてガンブレイカー行きましょう。
I think that's it for the Dark Knight. So moving on to
I will in a second
Gunbreaker.
after I finish this
はい、
DVD
まず
match.
一つ目。
Oh, well, let's head back out.
Just
wait for him.
クロー、
My bad, I
リケ
didn't see
ット
it.
タロン。
Leave.
いわゆるあれですね。
I like this because it's doing the PvP thing,
こちらが
basically.
Oh,
言葉上で
yes, that's another. I mean,
から順次置き換わるようになってるので、これは楽になるんじゃないかなと思います。
for Gunbreaker, that's actually not bad.
That's pretty decent. I like that actually
So
because
the first
they
point
had
says
kind of
Savage
more
Claw
involved
Talon will now
rotation of the
swap
tank
in
already.
for Gnashing Fang
I get
on
used
the
to the
hotbar,
rhythm,
reducing
but
the
I
number
can
of
get
inputs.
used to
But
this again.
basically,
It's not gonna be that
your
bad.
cartridge combo that starts off with
You basically have a hype
will
button.
be
You're like,
a
yeah!
button combo where it will kind of replace the Savage Claw and Wicked Talon will swap in its place to do the combo.
なので、まあよくわかんないっていう人にとって詳しく言うと、まあビートファングを使うと2段目のサベッジクローにアクションの方自動的に置き換わるので、そのまま同じアクション実行すると、サベ
Kind of one of
ッ
the
ジク
reasons
ロ
I like
ー
Warrior.
で、3段目のウィケットタロンが、発動できるようになると自動的にそれも置き換わるっていうことで、言葉がかなり説明できるんじゃないかな。
So just to kind of explain it further, basically you, like we mentioned, it's going to be a 1-button sort of combo that's triggered when you start off with Gnashing Fang, and then in that same slot you'll have Savage Claw, and then once you've triggered that, you move on to Wicked Talon. So I think it'll definitely save space on your hotbar.
まあその間に挟む追撃アクションはね、これまで通りコンティニュエーションからの自動置き換えなので、まあそこは継続されています。
And then for any sort of actions that are inserted in between, it will continue to be continue to be continued. Solution will be able to use.
さあ、次。ファーストストライクの後にコンティニュエーションで、追撃可能になってます。
And then the second point clearly states continuation will be able to be used following burst strike.
そして、動画でも出てましたね、特性によりソイルが最大3スタックに、増加しております。
And then, of course, you may have noticed this in the trailer as well. A trait will raise the maximum number of cartridges to 3.
ラフディワイドの選択範囲もこれ他の
I mean, I saw that one
5メートル延長されてます。
Which one?
And then rough
The
divide,
extra cartridge.
has
That just
been,
Oh, yeah.
adjusted to match the
That's an easy-
seems like it's enough.
users in the tanks as well.
でやっぱりこれガンブレーカーはソイルの最大スタック数の追加ってかなり
Gunbreaker, we're gonna remove.
結構戦略的になってるかなと。そのボスのタイムラインに合わせて開幕から全部使い切っていくのか、ちょっと抑えめに始めるのかっていうところは結構ポイントかなって思ってます。はい。
And then with the cartridges and the maximum stacks has been raised, I think that definitely adds an element of strategy. So you might want to decide if you want to go in full on and use up your different cartridges during the timeline, earlier in the timeline, or do you want to kind of save it for later, etc.
さて、タンクはおおむね以上でございます。はい。
Okay, so I think that covers all of the tanks.
さあでは続いて、ロール、メレー DPS、物理 DPS いきましょう。
Here we go.
Look at that monk art, though.
Next up is the melee
Look at you.
DPS.
Yeah.
じゃあまずメレー DPS 共通の変更点からです。一つ目、牽制の効果内容がちょっと変わります。
Oh, Fate's gonna be useful.
Something that applies to all melee DPS, but the effect for Feint is going to change.
You don't have to guess anymore.
軽減の打ち合わせなどを盛んにヒーラーさんとタンクさんとしておりますとですね、まあ私黒魔だからなんですけど、近接さんがですね、牽制はオートアタックの痛いところに置いときますねみたいな感じにちょっとなっていたので、はい、調整をしました。
So with this feint, and this is probably applicable to a lot of you who go into raids, and Yoshida being a black mage, he would discuss beforehand with the DPS and tanks and healers to kind of talk about, okay, so when are we going to place this? And they're like, oh, feint, maybe we'll place it where auto attack hurts the most. So we are going to adjust that.
まあでも実際うまい本当メレーの人って実際には超大技の後に来るオートアタックが実はめちゃくちゃ痛くて、タンクも防御バフ張った後なんで実は AA で落ちるがあるんですよ。なんでそこにね牽制結構効くんですよ。効くんですけど、まあ、今回、まあ、あまりにもなので、牽制の中に魔法ダメージ減少っていう効果も少しつけました。ただ当然効果量魔法ダメージ軽減の効果量はアドル、キャスターが持ってる、軽減の方が大きくはなるんですけど、無駄っていうことはなくなります。はい。はい。
So I mean, to be fair, with some of these bosses, you know, sometimes the auto attack that follows after the sort of tank buster or the large damage hurts a lot, and it's immediately after the tank has already used up their defense buff. So sometimes it does come in really handy to place feint right after one of those really large attacks. So we will there will be an additional effect of mitigating magic damage. Of course, that being said, the proper protection that you want to have against magic damage is addle that some of the casters would have, but just in case, I think that's a handy sort of benefit to it.
続いてですね、これさっきタンクでもお話ししましたね、メレー DPS もそうですが、遠隔攻撃をした際に今までコンボ中断されてたんですけど、こちらも中断されないようになりますので、ご確認ください。
And then second point is similar to what we had discussed during the tank rolls, but the combos are not broken by ranged attacks that are inserted in between.
はいはい。そしてもう一個も先ほどご説明しました、武器の物理基本性能の値というのを上げてますので、全体的に攻撃力が上がった分、
Also, get on that
威力という数字に関してはその上がった分だけ落としているので、ナーフしてるわけではなくて、計算式が変わったので、今までとは違いますよというのをご承知おきください。
And then third point is also, as we mentioned during the tank roll section, but again, with the adjustment of the fundamental damage attack calculation for physical attacks, we did have to adjust the potency so that it appears that the potency number might seem smaller, but it is still the same strength. We have not nerfed it. We just wanted to match it with the sort of upward adjustment of the fundamental calculation value.
I mean, World of Warcraft said that too, and you still can't run shit.
Yeah, well, we're talking about a game equipment that does pretty
so
well
we
for the
are
most
moving
part.
on to the
All right,
different
Dragoon
jobs
changes.
within this role. I think we're good.
まずは、竜騎士からいきましょう。
Dragoon will be invulnerable to all AoE damage when performing a jump.
はい、
Hell
まあ
yes.
竜騎士もね、かなり
They will take that floor even fucking harder.
なんだろう。
Oh, they're bringing back pole dancing!
まあ、今回まず範囲攻撃のローテーションっていうのを拡張してます。
So with the Dragoon, I think these also have a fairly clean and straightforward sort of rotation that you can utilize, but we've kind of expanded upon the AoE rotation.
で、あとはウェポンスキルのコンボローテーションをきれいに成功させていくと実行可能になる新しいアクション、まあ、すげえ派手なやつが
Fusion of one skill combat
出てたと思います
rotation.
け
A
ど、
new action.
はい、追加されて。
So they get basically a Fang and Claw
And
for
then,
their 1, 2, 3.
for
Yeah.
the second point, a new action will be available upon successful execution of weapon skill combo rotation. It is quite flashy. You may have noticed something really cool going on in the video, but
でですね、まあ、新技追加されたり、まあ、随分時間が経って古くなった技のアクションの上位版が登場して置き換えになったりしてます。なので、ボタンがね、めっちゃまた増えるわけ
Wait, so does that mean they can actually extend?
so
Does
with
that
this
mean
one,
they can
of
extend
course,
disembowel
there
now on
are
their
just new
AoE?
actions that are being added with the new level cap, and then with some of the existing actions, and of course throughout the years, we've kind of upgraded some of these existing actions.
I got my new
to
graphics
become
card
like a
today.
higher version
Me
of
too.
certain actions, and
3080
just swapped
Ti.
them in place
Oh, I
of
just got a 3060.
these,
Still new,
skills.
still good.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
I
like
upgraded from a
we're
RX 580.
adding, like, additional
I upgraded from two
button
970s.
presses or like additional slots
Oh,
that you have to
Jesus.
fill.
で、青の流血は、今回特性に移動しましてですね、アクションとして実行したり、維持する必要はなくなりました。
And then Blood of the Dragon will now become a
We're not going in
trait,
yet, I was
and
just
so there will no
buying it.
longer be a need to execute it as an action or to maintain
Oh.
it.
What are
Oh,
the dragon now just a trait?
条件か。それが発動条件だった技は
I like it. All it was, oh, they're gonna get rid of a Nokian! They're gonna get rid of a Nokian!
For any actions that required for the Blood of the Dragon to be activated,
Those two abilities are
will
identical.
be available at
Please,
all times
please.
because Blood of the Dragon will be a trait.
There's not enough room on the slide,
スパイ
man.
ンダイブが2チャージになっているので、まあちょっとね移動に使いづらかったと思うんですけど、まあ移動用に1チャージ残しておけるように、あと溢れなければねロスすることはないので、1チャージ残しておけるようになっています。
And then Spine Shatter Dive is going to be changed to 2 charges. And some of you might have experienced like, oh, I wish I could have used Spine Shatter to kind of
Wait.
move over. But now you'll have that
Yeah,
one
double
extra
charge, that's gonna be
that
great.
You can probably save. So unless you kind of like wasted. But as long as you have it, you'll be able to use
First
it.
bit's hype. That's not even the full list. Is they got a
で、
little.
ランスチャージがリキャスト60秒、リタニーは120秒となっております。
And then Lance Charge,
Make
recast will be
TV pans
60
buff
seconds,
minutes.
and Blood Litany recast will be 120 seconds.
Oh, they're changing the buff cooldown. It's gonna align with way more buffs.
Oh, thank God.
Because it was 180 seconds before, right?
Yeah.
120.
Yeah, so it's gonna be based off of 60. I think they're changing all the cooldowns to be based off 60 seconds.
続いて文句なんですけど、
It's either 60 seconds or 120.
Yeah, 60 seconds, 120.
いろいろ入ってまして。
180 seconds, yeah, this is the cooldown.
That's actually fucking big to change that too.
Take away positionals, take away positionals.
4D
No.
dimension, 4D
They're not gonna
positionals.
take away position.
That's what makes the class.
Yeah.
That's good. Chakra's at a lower level. I like that.
Okay, then.
So next up
At
is
least new
Monk.
players could get used to using
And
chakra.
So we wanted to explain this a bit. In
Oh,
first
this
of
song's
all,
hype.
The gameplay element of stacking
Doma
with
Castle?
lightning will be done away with.
Yeah.
So we are going to allow for chakras to be unlocked at a lower level.
そしてですね、もう一個、新しい
Yeah, 'cause it kinda needs Forbidden Chakra earlier.
っていうのを、搭載することになりました。
And then we are implementing a new system that we called Masterful Blitz.
ですね、もう全体的に拡張されてるんですけど、まず新しく3つのチャクラっていうものが、出てきます。
Couldn't they just called it Perfect
So I
Blitz?
mean, it's been
Nope.
Adjusted
It's a masterful
fairly
blitz. Don't
significantly
fucking try to
overall.
start
But
this shit.
so just going into a bit, we will have 3 chakras.
で、さらに、陰と陽2つの闘技があって、
And then so there will be like a yin and a yang.
その組み合わせによって必殺技の中身が変わります。
And so getting like
you're
a
just adding more
balance
steps to Monk.
of those.
This is sounding like samurai-esque,
Parts
right?
of
There's
it
like different
will allow
collectums.
For the
I
different.
think so.
Well, you saw them at
skills
the
to be
bottom of the
activated.
monk when he did the moves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
え
Because if I'm thinking correctly, they're gonna have you do one specific combo that does like a yin, and one specific combo that does a yang, and
チャクラ
then
を
you'll
付
be in
与
this
する
like
仕組みって
masterful
組
blitz.
左が起動条件になってるんですけど、
Oh, and Grit, it's nice to hear your voice.
Oh, thank you, man.
チャージのアクションになってます。
Been forever.
So with
I knew it was you immediately
this
without looking at
chakra
the list.
system, you will need to activate it using
Yeah.
perfect balance.
I don't change
But
much.
perfect balance is going to be a charge action that
Never
can
change.
stack up to 2.
しかも、
I don't change, I just continue to fail upwards.
回転が速い。
Oh, okay.
And stack,
Falling upstairs.
Be a double
The school,
charge.
the school of Nefe.
is, charged up.
I
every
never feel
40
amazing.
seconds, so it's quite fast.
で、手数で押すっていうコンセプトは変わってないです。ただ必殺技が入って忙しさがめっちゃ上がるんで、聖剣好きと
Alright, Jin.
総称だ
I'm good at main Reaper.
2つ
You have Neff and Rue to be healers.
Yeah, you already said that, bro. We good. Don't you worry, baby.
And so
We got you,
Don't
girl.
don't feel the Reaper.
Trying to rush with the different skills that you activate and quickly going
you're
through
gonna-
these
you're gonna be
different
my melee
skills,
partner, so.
has not changed. But with the implementation
Are you not
of
tanking?
Nope, it's gonna be
Blitz,
Sugeki and
it does get a lot busier.
Chaku.
So
Unless I
we've
check my
adjusted
mind last
True
minute.
Strike and Twin Snakes to
Don't push me back into the
not
roll.
have like a directional.
How is he getting so hurt?
Oh, they're getting rid of some of the directionals. Twin Snakes and True Strike. No, the 2 key. No more positional.
いいですよね。
Really?
ここまで
Yeah, they just said that.
で、
I think that's a good move that Twin Snakes doesn't have a
良かったん
positional.
ですけど、羅刹章がですね、今回なくなっております。
And,
Oh shit! That means for your combo, you basically just go behind, behind, side, side.
We will be taking
Yeah,
shoulder
it's
tackle
not
away.
fucking behind,
Oh.
side, behind, side, behind.
Shoulder tackle's going away.
Yeah, because if you saw the ability showcase, there was a new like dash. There was a
but
new
in
gap
its
closer.
place, we will be adding a gap closer or like a rush action per se. It will not
Fucking
be
DBZ teleport.
something that you use your
That's
fist.
exactly what it
ただ
looked
味
like.
方ターゲット
Yeah,
しても
like
できる
half of DBZ, like half of Monk's things now like DBZ.
Oh man, if you're gonna tell me that like the monk doesn't have the
it
Kamehameha with those fucking dragons, I'm gonna call you a liar.
なるほど。
ステップして即ボスへみ
It
たいな
has a Kamehameha.
The Kamehameha wave.
Yeah, they added
But
it
with
Shadow
this rush
Breaks.
sort of movement, it is going to
See,
be
this is what I don't get,
simply
for
for
Hey, look,
Class.
Goku's in front of
moving
us.
around, but you can also
Yeah, I
target
see that.
your ally or your party member to rush over to them.
Oh, you can select an
So,
ally with it.
Say you needed
Oh.
to
It's kind of like the Black
go
Mages
towards somebody
ethereal
who
thing.
Yeah.
had
Ethereal
just
minute.
Like a mix between that and
I was gonna
Dancer.
say, like, Protection Warriors from WoW's, what is it, color?
Action that's similar
Intervene.
Yeah.
Intervene.
Black Mage's kit, but you can go in there to kind of
See,
close
she
your
even just
distance
said it's
with
like
your
the
party
Black Mages
member.
kit.
Yeah, it's the Black Mage has the dash towards that ally.
I hope this has like a super low cooldown. Like I hope you could just like use it all the time.
できるんだけど今回敵もターゲットできるので、敵から味方へ味方から敵へっていうのができるので、そんな感じでまあなので羅刹でこう味方殴ってしまうわけにいかんので
そうですね。
はい殴らない技に
Come on, let's get to the real classes. Machinist, come on.
So I mean, with the Black Mage though,
Give
you
us that
She just
sweet,
had
sweet
some
shotgun.
stuff going on.
lines and then
Saw it.
I missed the earlier
Just
stuff,
be
so
shotgun
and then
hobo.
just go back
I
to
know.
the ley lines.
Hobo with a
This
shotgun.
monk
But you also missed
action,
the most
you
epic
can
thing, which
target
was the
where you're
summoner.
going to be.
I
Yeah.
heard. Are they getting
So
completely
it's
reworked
not just
again?
like a going back and forth.
Yeah.
You can target your ally
But they have
to
every,
to
like,
them,
core
and
primal.
Then maybe
That's good.
run towards
No, they don't have
the,
Leviathan.
The enemy.
Never
you're right.
Leviathan.
But I don't
because
really
of that,
consider
you
Leviathan
said
a
that
core
you
primal.
will be
Rama.
able- you will be able to
Leviathan and
target your
Ramu.
party members. You
Summoner
put
is
it on
not
the
full
shoulder
power
to
till we get King
allies.
Moogle.
味方は
Yeah.
何かいけませんね。
Moogle Mog.
It's the new Summoner Limit Break.
と
King Thoradin
That
summon.
would have been
文
dope.
句の必殺
Oh,
技
no.
で
Summer. Knights of the Round. Let's go.
やったぜ。
Summoner's new limit break is now Moogle Meteor.
He just summons a red chocobo. That's it.
We want to show off an example of Masterful Blitz on
Oh?
the gameplay screen because I think just explaining it with words might not be optimal in terms of trying to get the message across.
Fucking kudos to them. They're playing the confusing ability on
やって
screen.
ください。はい。わあ。
Oh, there's Yoshi's Lalafell.
すべて
And there's
He's
there-
Lalafell.
there's the like chakram little like yin yang thing at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
新エリアですからね。
ね新しい
Because it's a new area.
Oh, is it that 3 ability beside perfect balance?
ま
Is
あ
that what
当
it
然で
is?
すけどお伝えしてあるデノミネーションって入ってる状態なので、
はい。
That looks like a new
全体
ability.
ギューってね。
I bet you that's the one he hits, the one beside perfect balance.
When just a word of
He's gonna
note,
click it and enrage half the
scaling
player
has
base.
been already
He
implemented
better.
in this build, so please,
Please
don't be
click it,
surprised if the numbers
Yoshi.
feel a lot more compact.
No, he pressed it.
What?
That's good. That's just a better.
So cool.
That's just a better shoulder tackle. That's just a better shoulder
So
tackle.
that's, the 3 stacks.
That was like an OG CD too.
Look how fast it's coming back. He had 3 of them.
まあ
Oh,
テクニカルではあるとは思いますけど。
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with it.
What's the range on it?
Looks pretty far.
だけありますよ。
And remember, you
Yeah,
you could target allies too. So if it's a far target, target an ally and then go to the target.
So let me show
That's
you
true.
the-
Oh my god, target of target macros.
お願いします。Yes, please.
海なり
Perfect balance.
あここにこれ溜まってんの
Oh, perfect balance gave all 3 of them. Yep.
Huh.
Can you see the 3 kind of below that chakra gauge, kind of glowing there?
はいこれがチャクラ
True Strike,
でここ
the
に
ability near a
必殺
snap
技
punch.
Oh, oh,
There, I think
Phoenix.
3つ違う
Oh.
で
つけた時に出せる
That did formless
And
shift
so
too.
once you have those charged, up to 3
Oh, yeah.
chakras that are opened up, you can unleash your.
So you can reapply your dot at the end of it if you wanted to, or
それ今1個使ったことによって
はい。
陽
よ
陽の
陽の陽ですね。
that's very samurai-esque though. That
陶器
part.
がついておりますね
う。ははは。
Like I don't know how you get the certain colors or if it
So,
matters,
of course,
but
once we have used
Yeah, that part feels very
stack of
samurai-ish,
3,
as somebody
we
who
now
plays it a
have an element that's associated with it. Between the yin and the yang, it's yang at this time.
で、例えばね、3つとも同じ。
You can get 3 of the same.
そう記号がね。
Oh, that's just the old ability. That's the fucking...
So,
What is it? Elixir field.
Here right now, but
Yeah.
another example is if we have 3 of the same.
So is one like obviously
pop on our head too.
one's AoE, one kind of looks also AoE.
Yin.
Is this one going to be a single target one or?
陰の陶器。
陰の陶器がついてます。
The yin and yang.
Give us a
This
super
seems
dot.
like
I want a super
It
dot.
wasn't in my glossary, so
After
I'm
doing
going
the yin and yang,
yin
you'll automatically put in formless shift.
Can this be touch of death, please?
で
はい
さらにチャクラを、
We get wow, such a death.
はい、一番
Alright, so 3 different ones.
It was a single target.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was sick.
And now you have the
Okay.
other side, and then you stack your 3 chakras again, and then you unleash a pretty flashy move there in your Masterful Blitz.
なるほど。
はい。というわけで忙しいので、まあこの、聖剣好きと、総称だだけを押して。
I kind of wish that they melded Riddle of Fire and Brotherhood together though,
But yes,
would've
so
been nice.
as you can
'Cause they have the
see,
exact
it's
same
easy,
cooldown. I don't know why
with trying
they have to be 2
maintain
different
that
buttons.
gauge. So that's why we adjusted the 2 True Strike and Twin Snakes to not be restricted to a particular direction.
では、これ以上はね、
はい
メディアの皆さんの
そうですね。
お仕事を奪ってしまう。
It seems like there's a certain range
So I
on the
think we
dash,
will
though.
leave it at that.
Yeah, it seems like it just
And, we
brings
wanna
you
keep away
that
from,
distance
the
towards
media
whoever you're targeting.
influencers, content, so.
はい。
So there's probably like a minimal yawn that you could.
It's more like the dancer dash, but you need a target
もうパワポに戻って。
without obviously playing with it.
はい。さあ、では、続いて、侍行きましょうか。
お願いします。
Oddly enough, the ninja one's the one I'm most curious about, because what are they going to do for that class?
一つ目、
Oh, they show that they have Chidori.
人風と
They're just like, you want to know more about Ninja? Go watch Naruto.
できるようになったの
Yeah.
で、
You
これ
want to see what you
選
added?
手と同じです。
Naruto Shippuden.
Oh, your buffs can be applied with AoE combos. That's pretty standard across the
Thank
board now.
fuck.
So first,
That
was
one
another
one of those
is
annoying-ass
FX
things with
granted
Samurai.
by
You probably knew you were going to
Yeah.
get it at this point, right? Like every other
Now
class is
Yeah.
getting it.
by
Of course, but
AoE combos.
It's nice to see it
This is kind of
confirmed.
similar to the
I have trust
warrior,
issues as
but
well, okay?
when you're doing your AoEs, it won't.
You
be
have
so,
trust
like,
issues with WoW.
So does everybody,
like,
especially the people that work there.
because
God.
the
Oh my
effects,
God.
Too-
are
too
applied
raw?
to AoE
Too soon?
combos as well.
My friend
Dude,
works
New
there.
居術と
New
うん
action.
お願いし
It's
ます
gotta be a hellhole right now.
新たに追加されております。
Depends on where you're working.
A new EI jutsu and
Yeah, it's probably fine to be a grunt right now.
Tsubame Gaeshi
He works
will
in
be-
software engineering, so like he says he hasn't really said, but like he says he hasn't really been affected by it.
Oh, fuck me.
What?
Damn it. No, nothing. I'm just in an instance and everyone sucks.
I feel bad for my friend that works for Blizzard.
Yeah, of course they suck. All the good players are watching the live letter, Nev.
He's a community manager.
Yeah, I'm watching
Oh,
it too,
shit.
but I can
Oh,
actually
God.
multitask and they fucking
さんも大
can't.
丈夫ですよ。はい。
People seem to be
Listen,
concerned about
you could be
Blizzard
streaming
doing
this bitch right
that,
now,
but
okay?
I did mention
Yeah,
it.
well,
I did
no.
write it down. We have expanded upon the AoEs.
I know I am.
書いてある。
Uh-huh.
I'll stream your fucking face, you slut.
You
It's on
should.
PowerPoint.
I'm
Don't
very
worry.
handsome.
Please check.
That's why I said
Yeah,
that you're a beautiful person.
I just want to
Yeah,
remove
maybe.
Kaiten.
侍なん
So
ですけ
fucking
ど、
down Kaiten.
やっぱピュアメレ DPS として、
Yeah, it seems like every time like you
攻撃性
do
と
a
進化
big ability, a strong ability, is Kaiten. Kaiten.
Yeah,
So
Kaiten,
with the
Kaiten,
samurai,
I'm like,
first,
it's
we
annoying.
wanted to
Like,
kind of
biggest
expand
gripe about
upon
samurai.
that pure melee.
I just need an add-on that changes all the name of the samurai abilities to
新
something
技
I can
追加がまあ
pronounce.
主なんですけど、ツバメ返し、それから
That's
名
all
教師の
abilities
あの
in every
ガフタ
class.
That's not true, because I could say twin
なってるので
snakes.
コンテンツに合わせて
Wow,
ね
one
開幕
fucking
ファースト
ability.
とか調整を
Fantastic.
してるのは結構
Snap punch, boot shine,
Okay.
demolish,
Got it.
And of course,
Monk
with the
got it.
samurai, because it's
Lance
just
charge,
forward, sort of
true
evolution,
thrust,
from the last expansion.
So the
We have just
Samurai and ninja are the
things,
only ones that use Asian
but
names,
the
even though there's been
Tsurugi
localization.
and Make Your
Have you seen the
Shisui,
scholar fucking spells?
have
I don't want to pronounce
become
any of that
stackable
shit.
to 2 charges.
Alecklium?
So whenever
Yeah,
you go
exactly.
into
Lustrate.
particular content, and you
Lustrate's
wanna go
fine. I love
into
Lustrate. It's the best thing
a
ever.
fight
Fey
with
blessing.
that sort of burst of
I'm gonna punch you in the
sack,
face.
Sucker.
there is a bit
It's
of
not-
wiggle
no,
room if you
it's not
want
sucker.
Bring it! It is sucker.
Suck! Or.
Give him the suck. Sucker 2.
コンボの3段目に該当するアクションを打つとコンボ2段目のバフが得られる明鏡指数の状態の時だけですけどねそんな風になってるんで使い勝手自体も向上してると思います
And then when you are under the effect of Make Your Shisui, and then you go into that third phase of your combo rotation, you will be granted the effects of that second combo action. So we're hoping that that will allow for ease of use to be improved.
はいじゃあ侍は
None of this means anything to me. I'm really lost.
Okay, so that covers the samurai.
There you go.
では、続いて忍者ですはい
Next up is ninja.
Hype.
Everybody's pointing out that Yoshi P has a stack of boiled eggs on his bar.
それぞれにまあそれらをベ
Yeah.
ースとするアクションって
I
いう
have
の
a
を
stack of boiled eggs on my bar
追加
too.
して
So with this one, actions linked to Raiton, Doton, and Futon will be added.
であとはですねアクションで、封筒を付与でき
Wait,
る
what does this even
も
mean?
のが追加されているので
Like you get an ability when you cast those,
維
or
持が楽になるんじゃないかなと
なるほ
思います
I guess it's just
And
another
then
step in the
an action
combo.
making it easier to apply
That's
Futon
weird.
would be added.
it kind of reminds me of like
So,
Red Mage, if it's the way I'm
whenever
thinking. Like you
do
do your
want
combo and
to
there's like another button to hit.
apply
Red
or
Mage
keep
is like-
Futon, and it should,
I couldn't figure out what the fuck they were
allow
doing,
for
and I
you
play a
to
Red
do
Mage as a
that.
main.
Yeah, but how well do you play it? I mean, I'm just joking.
If you play,
Wow,
if
Yoshi-
you play League of Legends, not well.
Yoshi P also has 45k HP at 90.
And
You're dead,
of course,
bro.
with the
You're
ninja,
gonna
it is
die,
quite busy,
'cause it's
and of course you
AoE,
can't
see
miss
ya.
any of those
Oh, good.
ninjutsu.
Honestly, the number of HP doesn't matter to me because the ability's either gonna kill me or it's not gonna kill me.
So do we think there's gonna be a stat squish or something?
4人は勘弁
There is a
して
stat
って書いてあるんですけど、残念4人はございません
なるほど
はい
People are saying, "Oh, we don't want the fourth sigil," but don't worry, we do not have that.
Good.
かつですね、今回映画がなくなって
I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be that much difficult than Dancer, though. I mean, like they get four buttons.
And
Well,
of
it's
course,
more
we have
punishing to
done
be a
away
ninja when
with
you're doing those
Shadow
buttons,
Fang,
so-
Yeah, you're in
that
melee,
will
you don't have-
be
yeah.
Extra
gone.
punishment. It would suck.
ドトンやライト
But they also simplified it into other combos, right? Instead of like more than one way to get that combo, like they just changed the button instead of the order of the three. Like it would still work.
And then, of course, as mentioned,
Oh, there's
there
still
are
times where I
certain
mess
actions
up
that
and
are
bunny.
linked to
Yeah,
Doton
exactly.
and
Fucking up is the big
Raijin,
thing.
as you
Or
may have
punching
seen
the
in the
fuck up
video.
as a
And then when you
ninja
are
and a
using
dancer,
the
you fucking
It would be nice if your 1-2-3 combo swapped into your signs like Dancer's does. So you don't-
Hopefully unclutter your bar.
Yeah, so it's less clutter,
there
right?
is going to be a specific action that will be added to that as well.
はい大体忍者以上で
はいありがとうございます。
We're back to Doma Castle.
Ninja.
はいそして、近接メロディ
Reaper
最後は、こちらです
Reaper!
Alright, Sammy, pay attention.
I gotta pay attention.
リーパーでございます
Learn your rotation already.
The bigger,
Last but
the
not
bigger
least,
PowerPoint
this is
for this
our
one.
new melee DPS job, Reaper.
まずですねお伝えしていきましょう両手釜、新しい武器両手釜による
That's a cool gauge. I like that. That's clean.
の攻撃と
Yeah.
まあ自分に
Like that's one I wouldn't switch to the simple one.
という、キャラクタ
I'd
ー
switch
と
to
連
simple,
携で
but I'm simple.
But those are simple already, right?
最終的にはアバターを自分自身
Oh,
で
those are pretty
で
like Dark Knight.
融合するみたいな
Not really. Well, I mean, you could get rid of the
With
background,
Reaper,
sure.
They use
Like if you could get rid of that top scythe, that would be a perfect
the
bar.
defended side
Yeah.
to attack. So you have your own attacks that you are unleashing, and then you have the avatar that will also attack at the same time. So you're attacking in tandem. And then plus you will be able to service the avatar's vessel. And so you allow for it to kind of possess you to unleash even more powerful attacks.
Yeah, you go Super Saiyan.
続いての項目どうぞ。
Super Saiyan.
で、1個だけ、まあ、
Oh, it's support melee.
評価するし
Give us some enhancements, so it's like a Dragoon.
Just
Yeah.
one
It's Dragoon-esque.
job that does this. It's able to grant enhancements to party. Sorry, this is the only like synergy related action that this job has.
まあそう、動画でもね、なんか、知人さんかなからなんか、ね、まがまがしいものを抜き取ってましたね、なんかね。
You may have noticed in the video, Reaper was trying to take something out of the bard. It looked kind of ominous.
で、まあ移動結構特徴的だったりもするんですけど、どうぞ。
Take Jin Soul.
Give them an edge in specific.
Imagine just like you take some of my stats just to buff yourself.
Yeah.
You're draining their health.
Drain main stat.
Some of the movements,
Another reason why Jin died.
That the Reaper does is quite
Yeah, just steal the off-tank's health. He doesn't need it.
And so it says here, unique and specialized actions give them an edge in specific combat situations.
I wanted them to have a battle res. Honestly, melee battle res. Oof.
Oh man. I think that was one of the things people started saying in this Discord.
It would have been
when they first
hyped.
introduced.
Would have been hyped though.
Yeah.
Because you could have like not had. You could have went black. Because it would have synergized, right? You have a black mage instead of a summoner or red mage, and you have the Reaper do the battle res.
So if you take a look at the
See, for our group, I just did the battle res.
And it could have like a 60-second cooldown, right? Like it could have something stupid, like you can't use it every. You can only use it every 60 seconds, but not the case, I guess.
一緒に攻撃ウェポンスキルを使う。そのソウルゲージを消費してね。
And then, so you would charge up the soul gauge in order to unleash different attacks. And this also applies to some of the attacks that you unleash together with your avatar. And that would sort of deplete some of the charge that is built up in the soul gauge.
で、そのアバターと一緒に戦うとシュラウドゲージっていうのが今度は溜まるので、それが一定以上溜まるとアバターと融合できるようになるので、最終的にはアバターと融合してさらに特別なコンボをぶっ放していくみたいなのが基本になります。
And then once you unleash the weapon skills using your own attacks plus the avatar, then a second gauge starts to fill up. That is the shroud gauge. And with this accumulating charge, then it will eventually allow for you to kind of let the avatar kind of merge with you. You would become the avatar's vessel. And
it's like Automaton Queen, but you become the robot.
Special,
you are the robot.
So that's kind of like the basic flow.
どちらかというと、ピュア DPS に
You have a battery gauge that you can lose all of it when you die. Yay!
Starting to sound like Demon
Because of
Hunter.
that,
All
I think
about
we
it.
lean towards that sort of pure
I do not be
melee
a tank anymore.
It kind of resulted in that way.
侍の方がピュアではありますけど、侍と同等のピュアメレ DPS とは言わないですけど、ピュア寄りです。
Man, what if Machinist changed? Was that instead of summoning the queen, they summoned a titan from Titanfall?
Yeah, they summoned a king.
So it's
bigger
not
robot.
quite
Yeah, the king.
The Automaton King.
as the samurai, but
Sammy,
I
Sammy,
think it
they
does
summoned Big O.
skew towards
The
that
Big O.
melee, pure melee.
You just summoned Alexander.
They summoned the pill from Osmosis Jones.
It's just the oppressor from Alexander 4.
And I think I see a lot of comments in YouTube, I think, saying that, oh, but we won't understand unless you show it to us, please. Show us just a little bit. So allow us to show
Please show
it
us a little
on
gameplay.
the gameplay screen.
Please, senpai.
We won't make fun of the egg on here. Oh, there it goes.
There he is.
It's a potato reaper.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
She has
Oh.
nice.
Look at that battle stance.
That looks like Bloodborne, like 100%.
Yeah.
It does, yep.
Well, Yoshi P likes Bloodborne, so
Yeah. Alright, go into your idle pose.
go kill that turtle.
Oh, this reminds me of a certain outfit that
Idle
a certain
pose.
producer director of a game had worn at a certain event and stood next to our CEO and made people wonder, what kind of game is this?
Yoshi's like, no comment. What do you think about the job icon, though?
That's
alright.
It's weird. It's a little different.
Just a rough overview and kind of take you.
I would have taken
step
out
by
the
step.
circle and just left the scythe.
Yeah, take out the circle and make the scythe bigger. What the fuck's this that you just
Alright,
turned
one
on?
moment, we're gonna prep.
It's probably like a weapon.
Dance?
で、これ1個ね、アビリティですね。
It's a stance.
シナジのやつにかけました。
What the fuck is all this shit popping up?
Whoa.
Apply the
buff?
synergistic
3 buffs?
Well, there's his dot.
and apply the debuff.
で、
Yeah.
What?
See the gauge building? 20.
Oh, I'm like a couple seconds behind you.
I'm sorry, side attack.
Alright, yeah, no, I need to
attack,
play Reaper
attack.
badly now.
Oops.
Oh, he has like
Damn.
a... He has like a little...
I
Oh.
love the.
Oh, he drops a portal!
Engage.
So he drops a portal, and then he teleports back to it.
Yeah.
ソウルゲージだ。
They showed him engage during the ability showcase,
So, as
but
you can
then they
see,
showed the disengage
when
and
you continue to
re-engage.
hit the enemy, the soul gauge kind of fills up.
Yeah, I ended up taking a week off for the release so I could try to power level Reaper.
Yeah, so using the non-transformed version Reaper drains the red gauge.
で、アバターを。
And it uses 50.
で、
Huh.
でこんな形で、こう
So you can only ever use 2, like back to back.
通訳挟むタイミング。
Sorry, it's kind of.
I guess maybe
the
3.
Reaper
There,
attack.
yeah, there'd be 3, I guess, because there's that one ability that grants 50.
が50にアバターを使い
He's charged his battery. He's probably going to transform.
But again, just a reminder, once you attack using your avatar, the shroud gauge starts to fill up.
I bet you it's that 4 key right there. Right there, yeah.
変身します。
And transform.
こんな感じ。
Oh.
Oh.
これちゃんと
Okay, Ida.
キャラが
Relax, Ida.
Ida.
一人一人になりますんで。
I didn't go for the Necromancer title before
Each of
in
your
Walker 2.
characters will
Oh, I'm
take
working on it right now.
Its own form. Or
I'm on
not
like
form.
I'm on like floor
It's going to
140.
take form,
Oh, jeez.
and it'll still be your character.
完全にダークサイドになりました。
落ちてます。
いや
I don't know what class I want to do it as. Either like Gunbreaker or
Gunbreaker's
Paladin or-
tough, I hear.
Red
Mage
Mage.
Red Mage is broken.
書いてある。
Machinist is really good.
英語にしづらい。
Bard's
This is
okay.
very,
Summoner's
very,
okay.
Emo.
I think I'm going to do Red Mage so I have an easier time doing it.
There's lots of guides for Red Mage, so it helps reduce your anxiety when you can see someone else doing it. One of the world first was a Red Mage, and it's like one of the most higher up leaderboards.
I mean, heal.
Yeah.
DPS.
So as
Yeah.
for a gap
The other
there
alternative is
are,
like Machinist.
there's a
You
move
just do
where
so much
it'll
damage
allow you
instantly with like drill
towards,
that they
like,
die before they ever really.
forward,
Well, and
and then
there's
there's
so much
a way
kite.
to move kind of
Yeah.
backwards.
Well, I don't know. Like, from what I've seen, it doesn't really look like a lot of people have done Machinist.
No, there's a ton of people that have done Machinist.
Oh, okay.
There's a metric shit ton that have done Machinist. It's the second most done
Opening a
class.
gate of sort, like a rift that you can go
Well,
through.
behind Red
It's
Mage.
Well, it's because the big thing is they have a silence, right? So anytime you run across
Oh,
a
yeah.
mimic, any mimic, you could silence, and they don't get the pox off.
Huh.
なるほど。
Like I like the fact that you could just like
So if you are
break
able
open the
to
gateway
move
with your
before the
scythe
gate
and just,
closes
like, go
up,
through.
you can go back
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
whatever position you started off from.
It's like using ley lines, except you can like only go back to it once.
Or like that one chick from Apex.
まあ僕今調整で別にリーパー使ってるわけじゃないんですけど、調整でリーパー使ってる。
I wonder what that blue circle one is.
あらかじめ
Do you see the one above Second Wind?
置いておいて。
yeah. It's probably like the AOE.
みたいなことやってました。
なるほど。
Personal?
It kind of looks like a
It
could
could
like
be
it.
that
Right
shield.
now,
Remember
we're
we saw a
just,
shield go.
Oh,
making adjustments.
that's exactly what it
yeah.
is. If there's a
This is
shield.
a main job or anything, but you would a way to go about using this gate is to kind of leave it where it's in front of like an enemy of sorts, and then you close the
I
gap.
wonder how long it's gonna take for World First Palace and Heaven on High run with these two.
そうどうしようかな
Hard to say.
Not long.
Yeah.
People who know how to do it, like
Oh,
the
what
class
is he
doesn't matter
casting?
as
What
much
is he
anymore.
casting?
Oh, what's this?
Oh, that was that big thing he used at the beginning.
Oh, that buff. Man, 3, 4 buffs, 5, 6.
Oh, that was a big like
早いですよ融合
the big
した
cleave, like an edge of shadow, like big.
Really quickly after letting the avatar.
So what's the limit break? Yoshi
take
P.
over.
Oh, he's the avatar right there. Yeah.
すごい。
And it's got a big
What the
it's got a big finisher that ends the stance.
融合するとち
That's
ょ
insane.
っとプレイ速度変わるので、
うん。
Yeah, the animations on that class
結
is
構
dope.
テクニカルですね。で今までのようにその
All right. Oh,
なん
well,
だ
after this one, do you want to go back in?
技でゲージを貯めてってよりは、
Yeah.
Yeah.
ソウルスライスとか
I wanted to see the Reaper stuff really
割
bad.
とチャージアクション
And now I
Yeah.
have it now.
50
Alright, I'm not taking
Oh.
it anymore. Sorry. Okay, thanks. Bye.
長いこう
I already claimed
それで
Reaper.
ようやく呼び出してみたいな感
Too
じになるんで
fucking bad.
Double Reaper.
Double Reaper. Just 8 Reapers.
Just 8 Reapers. There we go.
But with the
And see, the nice thing about this game is that you can have
tempo
double
of
classes
these
because
different
you don't have to
actions
fight
that
with the
you
same
have to
gear.
do, it is
Except
quite
it only
fast.
sucks when,
Never mind,
So
like,
it is- it
yeah,
does
there's some
require a lot of
pieces.
There's some
technical
stuff,
aspect
yeah.
of it.
Well, not really. I mean, they're all
And,
tokens now,
Like,
right?
you'll-
So it doesn't
you'll get
really
it all
matter.
eventually, right? It's not like-
It actually doesn't matter. They're all token drops. You use the
Yeah.
item and you get the gear. So it's not like
Yeah, there's some older raids that.
I mean, there
like
you could get unlucky at the end, like in like the Reaper weapon drops.
Build and unleash at one
But there's
time.
usually the weapon
Yeah.
coffer and a weapon, right?
So, I think the play style is quite different from
Good
what
question.
we had
Oh, sure.
with it compared to any of the existing jobs.
でも
Like a weapon coffer always drops, so if there's a specific weapon drop, not the chest piece, you could still technically get both the Reapers their weapons simultaneously.
That being said, looking at
I'm
the
definitely gonna be
different
hard-pressed not to main
jobs,
Reaper, or at
this
least
one
play it as my side
included,
DPS.
The tempo does feel really good, so
Oh, I'm
I
going.
think it is
My-
quite interesting.
I'm gonna be hard pressed not to play the Summoner as my
I was
primary.
gonna say you're summoner,
こ
baby.
れはね結構
Yeah.
Well, if I'm loving Scholar, I might want to play Summoner too, but...
We gotta take a look at Scholar. We gotta see what Scholar
And so I
gets.
think the more
Runa's
you
playing Scholar, right? So I'm
get
guessing
your
White
hands
Mage
on it
or
and
Saging?
try
Or
it
is
out,
she
I
Saging?
think it's something that
So
you can
confused.
kind of
What is
master
that she's saging?
and try to.
It also looks like they redid a
kind of
fairly
make the most
substantial
out of it.
portion
It is
of
quite
the
fun.
Red Mage, so I'll have to choose between Scholar and the Red Mage. It doesn't look like they did much.
Well, if I'm DPSing, I'm definitely going Red Mage.
I hope that Machinist is largely unchanged. They just got some cool new tools.
だからまあもうまあ人気がきっと出るだろうな
I know I'm not gonna get what I wanted. I wanted a jetpack. So give me a dash as a Machinist. That would be
い
great.
い感じの難しさになったかなとは思うのでまあ練習したらしただけ面
To
白
go
いかな
collect
とは思うんで
Reaper armor now.
Reaper Glamour.
But of course, you have to
Yeah.
be mindful of like resource management.
Samurai just
and
Kai
making sure
10
that your
just-
gauges are up and
I have to deal with new shit
you're,
on top of it.
Going through this properly, managing it properly, and of course, with this being
Yeah.
a new job, very flashy moves.
I guarantee a lot of like people like
expect it to
glamoring will
be
want the
very
Ida
popular,
glamour.
and so we
For, like, the
Yeah.
female
about
Reaper.
making it,
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people have
little bit
already gotten the
less
Scythe and the
challenging,
Ida
so to
Glamour.
speak.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've
But
seen a
I
ton of
don't
people
know, I
running around
think
with it on
it's a
Mateus
good
now.
kind of difficult, and again, it's something that would be fun to kind of master. And the
Look at
more
that rock
you
range in the back.
delve
It's
deeper
got like that
into it,
shiny
the
pointy
more
part.
I feel like you can get out of it.
Yeah, we have weapons that are from this area.
Yeah. Well, at one point.
アバターとやる技みたいな時は方向指定が存在するものもあります。
I just hope that those ugly towers aren't there for the entire expansion. I hope there's like an event where they go away.
Of course, the
Forever.
base combo,
Like, 'cause they're everywhere,
doesn't
right?
require any sort of
Yeah, it could be
everywhere.
like
once
after you
start
finish the
evolving
MSQ,
your
they go away.
avatar, there will
Yeah,
be
like the first patch
people
after the
that-
expansion
I think
release or
it
something.
adds
Oh, the
flavor
MSQ is gonna revolve
to,
around is just
the
getting rid of
different
the
abilities
towers.
that you're unleashing.
簡単じゃんって今度言う
Those are the 5G towers they all warned us about.
With the
Oh,
murder,
that's right.
the murder hornets with their final sting.
So is a lie.
で回さなきゃいけない中で
Final sting from Murder Hornets.
さっき使ったのどっちだっけとか出てくるんで、そんなに簡単ではない。
LB3, everyone's alluding to LB3.
And then we also have those people saying, "Oh, but it's an easy job." In the comments, which is
No,
not
okay,
true.
no, fuck off, yo.
You are going to be moving around.
I was whistling,
the
and then I
battlefield
stopped.
pretty quickly. And
Yeah,
you're
you
also
stopped.
going to get
Yo, if you're on Twitch, type
so-
LB3. Like, we
and
gotta
you
see
also have
this.
to remember, okay, so I've used this skill, so where does it connect to next? So it's not
tank is so
easy per
used,
se.
今ね、YouTube でね、LB3 を見せてくれるコメントがそうですよ、Twitch もそうなんですけど、残念ながらですね、僕今日今使ってるこのメディアツアーのワールドはですね、デバッグコマンドの LB3 フリーが使えないんですよ、残念ながら。
I also see comments saying that, oh, we want to see Limit Break 3.
Are they saying they can't do
But
LB3?
I'm afraid this is in this world that we created for the media tour. We don't have the debug command to unleash the
Boo.
LB3, or we don't have the debug command LB3 freeze. So
Good.
sorry,
Aw.
Can't
I'm
ruin
not
everything.
able to show it to you.
ただですね、
They're not sorry. They
Oh,
won't.
he's look at the, he's on the Media Tour 2021 server.
の最後にゼノスが使ってるなんかすごいやつがリーパーの LB3 です。
ああ、なるほど。
はい。
But that being said, you may have seen the benchmark trailer, but when you see Xenos at the end and he does this really flashy move, that is the Reaper's LB3.
Oh, there you go. You can kind of look at it.
LB3。
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish it was flashier than that.
And all your abilities are flashy. What the fuck?
Yeah, so like, why not have the LB3 flashy too?
Nah. It should be just like literally, he throws the scythe at them, and that's it.
Well, I don't know. Well, he just jumps and drops the scythe on people.
Yeah, death sentence, man.
10分ぐらい、10分休憩ぐらいを一回挟みたいなと。
Wait, if they didn't call it death sentence, they made a mistake.
シリーズの DPS とヒーラーにこう。
He knows what it's called.
It just should put a 120-second timer of doom on the boss.
Yeah, okay.
かかるもんですね。
So we have actually clocked in about 2 hours now, and we haven't gotten through all of the. Well, we've gotten through the.
Yeah, we're still like halfway through. We still got range mate, a physical.
I like that he's wearing. I like
the
that
healers and all the range. Like we've only done 2 of the 3 groups, or 2 of the 5 groups.
He's wearing the Horsefont necklace.
Oh, he is.
ですので、ここから10分間休憩。
All right, break time, grind time, boys. Let's go.
Whoa, get going, get those mounts.
Get those clusters.
Gotta get that.
Yo, who's that girl on the top of the art?
Minutes break. It's pure
Um,
break, so we have no video to
Has
show you
everyone
the
here?
break, so-
Yeah, has everyone here completed the MSQ?
Yeah,
I am on 5.3.
So no.
I have.
It's. I'll type it in spoilers.
All right.
Okay, I'll ignore it.
Yeah, just don't look into spoilers. Hold on,
My server
What
or
is-
yours?
mine. We have a spoiler channel.
This tank's like avoiding every fucking AoE.
But I've now
Not
unlocked
avoiding
Baj just so I can go back to doing the storyline.
Yeah,
Good.
that's kind of that's a neat little art. It's like it's more sketch based, but
Enter Baja Hell.
Oh, you know what? I actually forgot her name.
Whose name?
We
the-
find out after a dungeon like what happens.
why can't I remember who she is then?
What was the
Bob.
last guy that we killed in
Ooh,
5
Name
point?
is Bob.
Is girl on top of artwork.
Bob.
They haven't told us who it is, but like we have
Bob.
a feeling.
Like I know who it looks like, but it's not her. This is an interesting song.
I like it.
What's the big Crystal Lady's name again? The one that like the light person.
Minfilia?
No, the
No, I know. I wish I knew how to spell her name offhand.
Hear, Feel, Think, Live, Laugh, Love lady. That one.
Hydaelyn?
Hydaelyn.
You think it's another avatar?
Can't say. I'm gonna be quiet.
Say you a fucking whore!
I got you.
Free
We're good.
Yeah.
Wait, this? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, they allude to her a few times earlier in the expansion.
Oh, this is Return to Oblivion.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah, it is.
Byaku's theme.
It's got a couple of elements from both in it.
It sounds like Byaku's, but it also has the melody from Return to Oblivion.
No, this is Sirius theme. Sorry.
Where are we going?
All right, we're going
Same
to Zone
place?
3 again. Yeah.
Hey, look, Castrum again. Fuck Castrum.
Yeah. Unless Jin wants to go to Castrum alone.
No.
Oh, it's already going.
No, it's already going. No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. Never mind. I know Metal Flux Chaos just happened as we entered and ended, so no faff
People are
here.
there.
Ripperoni. Like, don't you only need Murder, Death, Kill, Faff, and Lion Jin?
Oh, there's 3 people that need res.
Something about the sorrowful.
That's a
Scavenge
large amount of
from
people that need
Sorrow.
reses.
Murder, Death,
Oh,
Kill.
there's just 3 of them.
Steel and Flame.
Okay. You know, Murder, Death, Kill likes to pop up a lot, so you'll have plenty of chances to get that one. It's Murder, Death, it's Faff, that's the real pain in line, but Lion spawns more.
If this goes past midnight, there's no way I'm gonna be able to stay up.
I'll give you the
Yeah.
recount if you want, like if you end up missing anything.
Oh, I'm
I
coming.
won't. Fuck you. You can do it yourself, great piece of shit.
Love you, Neff.
Neff,
Me too, baby.
calm down.
Hi, how are you? Not calm down for anything.
Calm down,
Greg
man.
knows what I'm doing this. Greg knows what I'm doing it to him!
Old Greg does.
See, Tammy, this is why I said he sounds like Torm.
Excuse me,
Right
what?
here.
You remind us of our friend
Who
from a
the-
while.
Who the fuck is this person? They must
Basically-
be amazing.
it's
They must
basically the
be
white-
amazing.
The white version of you.
I don't like it.
Yeah, he is very white.
Gentrified version of you.
Yeah.
I don't. This is cultural appropriation. I don't even know what I'm saying, so don't worry.
You're just
No, he's white, Neff. So you're actually
you're
the
just popping off, eh?
ethnic version of him is how white works.
No,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
anymore, you piece of shit.
He went there.
This is fucking woke culture. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. It's a version of me. Okay, brown people were here first.
I think everyone was kind of
That's
just
not what I was
present.
taught. That's not what I was taught in
First
school.
up, brown people were here first. Just as a fact.
Yeah, but
It's not your brown.
white people were brown.
What's my brown people? Huh,
people.
Jin?
Look,
Do
the
you
brown
even know?
people.
Do you
We
even-
killed all the
hold
brown
up.
people that
Do
were
you
here
even know,
first, Neff.
Jin, who my brown people are? Tell me.
Not the Indians.
No.
that were here.
No. You tell me who.
I'm not even sure where this conversation is going.
I don't even
anymore.
know either. I'm making shit up as I go.
That's you all the time.
That's all I do ever. You know I love you, baby.
Trying to figure out where to get
It's
this
like,
going.
what are you trying to say? Like,
I'm
what?
just pulling everything.
Pulling everything in my butthole. It's a big butthole. I don't
Listen,
tell you.
by the end of the night, can we please just have a full version of the old Charlian theme? Like, that would be great.
Can we have
I
a
thought we were all
Charlie
playing
and sea
bingo,
shanty
and
too?
I'm already drunk, and I don't know where bingo went.
Bingo Bango?
Oh
I
shit!
thought we were gonna play bingo, but we got so enamored.
I
with the
played
abilities.
bingo with myself, and everything was bingo.
I mean, I'm still drinking.
Same.
I put my vodka inside my insulated flask, so it's like
Hell
I've just
yeah.
been drinking it like it's water.
Oh shit, dude! I should have put my rum in my fucking Destiny 2 flask that I got. That was supposed to be for water.
Destiny for water? A flask
Yeah.
for water? Hold on.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me. Okay.
Some
you know
liquor in it.
what? Thank you.
I succeed. I keep forgetting to mount up, and that's what happens.
Oh, I forgot to put it in
Oh,
deepest
right.
buff.
This is gauntlets.
That's a sound.
I burped.
And I said that's a sound.
Squirrel Leonard is in my group, and I love this person. They're getting my commendation. 100%.
I still have to
There's
mess with
another
the
one.
benchmark to see about Bunny
Best
Boy.
name ever. Oh, I'm definitely being Bunny Boy.
I need
You mean
to be-
bitch boy?
100% Bunny Boy, not gonna lie.
Where are you going?
Right over here.
I'm dying.
Just follow me. I'm even
Oh my
saving
god, can these enemies stop focusing me?
They shouldn't be focusing you. I literally have
Just
like all the
Swift,
No, they're like putting
Swift
their
cast, Swift cast
indicators
holy.
all over me.
That's just getting away from me.
Mass grave. Oh man, that's bad.
I
Yeah.
think we're not here for them. We're just here for clusters right now.
Yeah, but we should help them.
Wait, where's the graveyard?
The zone
Kill
one.
this shit and then fucking go save these sorry bastards. Damn
So we just return?
Yeah, return.
Yeah, just return.
Is Yoshi taking his nap right now? Is that what's going on?
Probably.
Yeah, he's
He went out for his smoke and another coffee, probably.
All this music wants me like more fucking Final Fantasy games. I feel like that's what the real message is here.
Also, Avi, I've ran Siriu 50 fucking times for that goddamn mount, almost, so...
Well, you only have another, like, what, 44 to go?
No!
Like,
Yeah.
I got it in run 50. Almost run 50.
is the end of this live letter just going to be a
He's
trailer
gonna
to Final
complain
Fantasy
forever,
16?
Don't worry.
Oh, could you imagine?
It could be. I mean, he's the fucking producer.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
like.
and he's like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
He literally has a carte blanche for creative freedom.
And I know that you guys thought Tokyo Game Show, but this is ours, baby.
Oh, I think somebody revived him.
Oh man, they're playing
I'll revive
Potion music
you.
now. Here we are. Every
Oh,
time I hear
we're
this
doing
music
it.
now, all I'm gonna be is remember my own trauma.
Yo, can we get Vera headgear though, please?
Yeah, can they
Please.
fucking wear hats?
Please.
Without third-party add-ons?
Yeah, please.
And
I'm
what about
good.
Rothgars?
Yeah, fuck them. I mean,
Yeah, fuck them piece of shit.
Well, you know, they need to be able to use the fucking barber. Because they can't right now.
That's a problem.
That's a fucking crime.
do they actually? Can they actually not use the barber?
Fuck about 'em.
They actually
No.
cannot. No.
'Cause
What the
their hair is tied to the face that they use.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah. So if you want to change your hair, you have to use the
Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
Oh, looks like everybody got rezzed.
Oh, if you guys need a tank for anything, I'm online.
Damn, I see a cutie online right now.
Is it
Alright,
me?
Yes, it
Oh, okay.
is. I just I didn't do all my fucking things.
I need about 14 clusters.
But let me go pee, and I
Okay,
will
I need
definitely
4 more
use your
myself.
tanking ability.
What should I run to get gear on this
At
character?
14, I would.
Grand
be at 100,
Cosmos?
so that's a
Should I
good
run
sign.
Grand Cosmos for gear?
Or you can just like ask us to craft it for you.
No, I have crafted gear, but like,
No, we're talking about 510 gears, sir.
yeah, I got 450.
Yeah, exactly. We'll craft it for you.
It's whatever.
I-
It gives me
I
something
will-
to work for.
Listen here, is it 510?
No,
Then shut your fucking mouth.
shut your mouth.
Shit, why did I keep walking?
Uncle Fucker.
I'll shut your mouth, my wiener.
Why?
Oh, what do you fucking think? Like, what? What?
Why though? It's unwanted. Why are you doing this?
Orgasms?
Like, sad
It's
why?
not you.
Is
I-
it? Hey! Let's ask the real question. Is it even big enough?
Let's just watch.
Why
Let's watch the
doesn't
show.
matter.
Let's
Oh,
watch
hey,
the
look,
show.
Live is
Matters
back on.
perpetual darkness for
Yep,
coming 5 minutes.
time to go back to behaving,
Yeah, now
children.
explaining the job change.
The time for wild is now over.
さあ、
続いてまいりましょうか。
行きましょう
Hey,
か。
Yoshi just tired. He's just like fucking.
He's fucking done. He's done.
Sigh.
Also, Avi, you get tail armor. Play Dragoon.
So
Oh,
our
hey.
physical range.
Oh, everyone, shut the fuck up.
They're still gonna be at the bottom of the list.
This is what matters.
じゃあまず共通点
I don't know.
Our
Dance is
bottom
always
three-
going to be on top.
Buddy, if you think Machinist is on the bottom of the list, you are highly mistaken.
Your bottom 3 DPS are
になっております。
And so for the physical
Can we just
range
appreciate the
areas,
bard art right
this
there?
goes
Hmm.
across,
Yeah.
all of the
I don't know,
jobs
I appreciate the
within
dancer
this
art.
role.
I mean, I can appreciate all of it. I mean,
Parity between the physical and
I mean,
magical damage
Final Fantasy
attributes of
XIV's art is
weapons,
just chef's kiss.
will be at the same.
Yeah,
And
there's nothing
then,
bad about it.
yeah, it's just similarly.
I love
to
the
what we had
reasoning,
explained
right?
about
Like,
how we're,
guys can dress skimpy too. We're free.
bolstering the
We're
physical,
equal.
Damage.
yeah, in this game, they could even wear the female armor in some
で
cases.
それぞれがオーソドックスに
They need to do with that with more stuff.
なのでまあこの
But
後
in World of
説明していき
Warcraft,
ます
they
Yeah,
did
I've
the
seen
portrait
Sugeki's
of
dancer outfit.
And each
skimpy
job
ladies
is
and
just-
turn the fucking
They have been
fucking
updated
vegetables.
accordingly.
Yeah,
they're
where's
really
my armor that turns me into a bowl of fruit?
I mean, like,
Right?
is the patch note just gonna suddenly change? We have changed the dancer into a bowl of fruit.
Yo, that's a real thing though. Like, WoW actually did that shit.
バフですね。
Yeah.
パーティーバフ。
Yeah.
They don't really understand what female empowerment is, so they just
I like how they have to do the I like how they have to do this closure from earlier that they're editing the potencies.
Jobs is
They
that
don't talk about
any
that
sort
shit.
of buffs that mitigate damage.
That's
Alright,
the
tell
only
me.
note that they have
has
for the
been,
ranged DPS.
adjusted to 90 seconds.
Wait, what?
では銀融
If
詩
you
人
got
からい
your
きましょ
roulettes, I
う
got my monk to level
Okay,
for
so jumping
those.
right
Sure.
into Bard.
It's on you.
Jen, where you at for clusters?
どうぞ。
Bard.
まず既
88.
存3種類の戦艦
there you go. More support. Boom. They fixed Bard.
アクションを追加しております。
Each of the 3 songs will make available a new action.
So
Oh,
each
okay.
of the 3 songs will
Okay.
make available a new action that applies a party-wide
But will that put it up to par
あ
with
の
dancers?
歌によるね。
I'd say yeah. It already gives a buff.
機会が多かったので、既存3つの戦艦アクションから派生して、
No, you invite me. I'm focusing on something.
上昇していくみたいな。
What are you focusing on?
Don't worry about it. Invite me.
Focusing on that
Of course,
Bard art.
there has been a lot of
It's good art.
Feedback and
cute.
requests for more
Why does,
like, abilities that would allow
machinist one looks like
for,
something
like,
out of Girls'
support
Frontline?
using songs.
It's exactly what it reminds me of, and that's a good thing.
we
Yeah,
wanted to take the
100%.
existing
And that's a
theme
good thing.
songs, that
Yeah,
the
Girls'
Bard
Frontline
has
is,
in its
Yeah,
skills
where's the
and
really good.
kind of
Where's the repair?
Is it?
dude? Yeah, it's pretty decent for a
party
gacha game.
buff and something that would
There's no
enhance,
FGO,
but it does its work.
impact.
Chris Kane here. Chris is our resident gotcha gamer.
Princess Connect's a good one
And
too.
then, a new
Great
action
design.
I wasn't that much of a fan of that one.
I've been playing it steady, it's pretty good.
Sammy plays the one.
Oh, new action after Apex Arrow.
がリキャスト120秒合わせになるなど、細かく調整が行われ
You're
ていま
good.
す。
You're good.
And then
I don't know
other
how the fuck
adjustments
that happened.
include, Wanderer's Minuet.
Grit's
and
on.
Battle
Yeah, how did I do
Force
that?
recasting
Oh,
that
it's because of the flare.
adjusted
No, Grit wasn't
to
on for like a
match,
second. I
120
noticed.
seconds
Oh.
I quickly clicked it when I
and,
noticed it, but I
other
don't
It's
know
so
how that really got
confusing that there's an
crossed.
ability with my name. I'm like, I've been on for a while.
Bad grit.
Oh man, you know the experience I had here. I think it's been a month ago now, Astle.
Maybe?
When I ran into somebody with my fucking full name.
You
Was it
were
the
forever
Sammy
changed because of the
Garcia
matter.
thing?
Yeah.
I remember you messaged me
I
that.
remember
Like, this shit.
It was my full ass name, and it wasn't even the dude's name in real life.
で続いてコメントでも変えるとこ
Machinist!
だろうと言われてる貴公子なんですが、はい
Gun!
貴公子にいきたいと思います。
And then next up is
Shotgun is now
I'm seeing
baseline.
comments that, well, machinist, there's really not much.
Now you can shoot all
do
your
with the machinist,
opponents in the
but
face.
We'll talk about the machinist anyway.
They can give it another gun.
まあ一つ目機械をモチーフにしたシーンは
Oh, hype song.
小切りが追加されてます。
Chainsaw!
So the first one, a new mechanically themed action called Chainsaw.
Yeah, they showed the
will be
machinist
added.
going into melee and the
あとはですね、動画
Yes!
オートマトンクイーンに新しい攻撃アクションが追加されて
Grunwald
ます。
now.
The thing
We
Yoshi
did
P's
see-
been
we
playing
did
Gears
see
of
the
War.
ability for
In featured in
Tatamon
the
Queen.
video as well, but a new action will be
Yeah, they did
added
show that.
for the automaton queen.
そうですね、他だと整備が、2チャージの
I
アクション
like
になってます
punishing Grey Raven. I just
And then in
I can't
other
pay attention to it.
changes, reassemble. Is
Like with all these
now
other one-
chargeable up to 2 charges.
でこちらはですね、管理が必要なので、溢れないように、適時使っていただく必要が出てきます。
And of course, with this ability being charged, you don't want to waste once it's charged up. So please make sure that you are kind of strategically placing it and allowing to build up as needed.
あとは本当主に新技追加で、少ないホットバーで快適っていうところは、変わらない形にしてあります。
And then the rest of the adjustments are primarily just new actions being added. We have not changed the concept of trying to keep the number of abilities that are assigned to your hotbar and still play comfortably.
はい、寄稿紙も以上となっております。はい。
Okay, so that's it for the machinist.
続いて踊り子ですが、こちらどうぞ。
Next up is the dancer.
ウェポンスキルで、付与されるリバースカスケード自己化とかのバフがですね、単体と範囲で共有化されるようになります。
Weapon skill effects such as Flourishing Cascade will now be shared across single target and AoE skills.
他にはですね、どうぞ。この辺のテクニカルフィニッシュ、インプロとかですね、攻めの単語からさらに発生するアクションというのが今回追加されています。
And then new actions will be available upon the execution of technical finish, improvisation, and devilment.
踊り子はバファーのね要素が強い DPS として、そのまま進化してます。はい。
So of course with the dancer, it does allow for different buffs to be applied, or they allow for applying different buffs to your party members, and so we've kind of kept that direction with the update here.
単体とさっきお話したように、単体と範囲で面倒だったプロックの、管理を統一してあります。
And then as mentioned earlier, the different procs that are applied sometimes, and it was rather a hassle because you had to differentiate between like single target versus AoE, and some of the procs that had to be managed between those was made or is going to be made simpler.
でですね、快適性をね今回向上させるために、単体アクションのみ、ダンスのステップアクションにこう切り替わったんですけど、ダンスモードに入ると、今回範囲攻撃も同様に、ステップアクションに置き換わるようになっているので、ホットバーを切り替えね、範囲と、単体で分けてた人は範囲側でもそれができるようになるので、かなり楽になるんじゃないかなと思います。はい。
And so, because we tried to make things a bit more smoother in terms of like executing your different rotations. Previously, whenever you were doing a single target attack and your hotbar switched to the different step actions, and you'd have to switch over because AoE does not have that kind of simplicity. We actually updated it so that you don't have to worry about it with the AoE attacks. It's in a similar system where it'll switch into that sort of dance step action mode where the buttons will be replaced by the necessary next steps. So I think before, if you had sort of had to manage like two separate hotbars for single targets versus AoE attacks, I think it makes things a lot more simpler. Yeah.
であとはですね、ダンスを成功させると付与されるエスプリっていうのがあるんですけど、踊り子本人だけ今回から、確率で蓄積じゃなくて、本人だけ確定で蓄積するようになっております。はい。
And then, of course, there's a spirit, which is applied sometimes when a dance is successful, and it's applied. Sometimes it's applied to yourself at random, but we've changed it just for the dancer themselves. It's going to, a spirit is going to build, it'll be guaranteed to build.
大体踊り子そんな感じです。はい。
Okay, so that's it for dancer.
詩人が本人に影響がないってやつはね、まだギリまで調整してるんで、今はちょっと明言を避けさせてほしいです。 はい。
People were talking about with the Bard, doesn't seem to take any sort of effects on the self. I'm afraid we are still making adjustments still, so I can't confirm nor deny on that point.
はい。コメントでごねればいけるかって書いてますけど、ごねっても無理だと思います。
そういう問題じゃない。
僕ら別にそういうので調整してるわけじゃないんで。
Some people are commenting that, oh, maybe we can negotiate by commenting on it. I think it's a little too late for that. That's not what what we base our decisions on. I'm sorry.
違うんですよ。なんかコメントでね、詩人だけなんでって言われるんですけど、そこの火力上げると全体を落とさなきゃいけなくなっちゃうので、別に全体バランスから知ってるんですよね。踊り子もね、本体火力もっと低いわけで、はい、そこはバランスなのでご容赦ください。はい。
And I do see that people are commenting on, oh, why is it just barred? Why? It's not fair. But I mean, this affects the damage that is being dealt, and we do need to look at it from a balance perspective. We also made adjustments to the dancer too, where some of the damage has been sort of adjusted as well. So please understand.
はい。では続きますよ。
行きましょう。
はい。遠隔魔法 DPS ですね。こちら共通項はですね、シンプルにアドルのお話で、アドルにも、さっき編成に、魔法ダメージ軽減の効果を少しつけますよと言ったのと、今度は逆でアドルには、物理ダメージの減少効果を少しだけ、入れることにしました。
So with magical ranged DPS, of course there is the major change would be to Adel, kind of similar to what we've done with Feint, where it adds just a little bit of magic damage mitigation or reduction. With Adel, it'll allow for just a little bit, but some reduction of damage in physical attack.
さあでは各ジョブの話に移っていこうと思います。はい。まず黒魔導士です。
So going into the individual jobs, first is the Black Mage.
まず一番でかい変更点がですね、エノキアンが特性に変わりました。アストラルファイヤーかアンブラルブリザード中が付与されれば自動的に、エノキアンも発動するようになってます。
So I think one of the most major changes is that Enochian will be a trait that is automatically applied while under the effect of Astral Fire or Umbral Ice.
ここはちょっと悩まなかったわけではないんですけど、やっぱりこれが分かりにくさをさらに生んでたり、なんだろう、プレイヤーの間のこう火力差を結構生んじゃってたので、ここはそうすることにしました。はい。
And this was actually a very hard decision, or like it did require a lot of thinking, because while it was it was causing a disparity with the player's skill. So we decided that we were going to make the update.
で特定の状況で続いてですけど、アストラルファイヤーとアンブラルブリザードを切り替える、さらに特定の条件がある中でアストラルファイヤーとアンブラルブリザードを切り替えると発動できる、すごい魔法が、炎と氷が合わさって最強に見えそうな魔法が追加されてます。
And under certain conditions, swapping between Astral Fire and Umbral Ice will make new actions available, one of which is a fairly cool looking, it looks like a combination of fire and ice kind of a spell.
黒魔同士はやっぱり侍同様にピュア DPS として戦闘進化してます。蘇生も持ってません。はい。はい。
And with the Black Mage, of course, kind of like the Samurai, we wanted to kind of evolve it as a pure DPS. Of course, no raise capabilities.
でやっぱりさっきお話したようにね、初心者の方にも軽く格差がちょっとね広がりやすかったので、エノキアンを特性化してます。
And of course, going back to Enochian, it was quite hard to grasp for certain players, especially those who are unfamiliar with the different the black mage actions. And it did cause a disparity between the damage dealt. So we have decided to change Enochian to be a trait.
他にはですね、ファイガプロックとかサンダープロックの継続時間、プロックの継続している時間ですね、を伸ばしてあるので、ちょっと折り返しでやらなきゃいけないこと今回増えてるので、その分サンダープロックの継続時間を伸ばしたりしてます。結構この辺小手先のテクニックが効くようになってるので、お試しください。
And then the proc that is applied whenever for Fire 3 or I'm sorry, Fire 4? Sorry, Faiga is Fire 4, sorry. And Thunder. And the proc that is applied whenever those are in effect has been extended because it helps with the rotations, and there are more things that you need to be doing in your different like skill sets and going back and forth, and some of the repeated steps that need to be done has kind of increased. So I think it helps with if these procs are on a bit longer, so that there's room to kind of make use of that.
あとはですね、ファイラとブリザラどうなったんだろうっていうコメント見ましたけど、ファイラとブリザラはですね、上位の魔法が登場してですね、範囲焼きのローテーションが変わります。はい。
And then Fire 2 and Blizzard 2 is going to have like a one step higher to that, so that your AoE rotation will change.
ついに魚が登場するのかって言われてますけど。
Are we going to have a 4 or 5?
そうね、日本語名だとね、英語とかはね、4、5とかなんですけど、日本語だとね、どうするんだろう。これ実はですね、FF 委員会で議論をしました、ね。どうしよう。
So you gotta understand with the Japanese names, and you may be familiar with this, like Fai-a turns into Fai-ra, Fai-da, or Fai-ga, and then we have different tiers and different suffixes that we put in the Japanese language. And once you get to a certain point, you have to start making up some of these suffixes, and we had to bring it up to the Final Fantasy brand committee and make sure that they're kosher with it, and we had to like debate about this.
だって魔法の系統を増やすってだって FF の歴史上結構重要なわけですよ。で結果、現委員長の北さんが、そこまで行くの14ぐらいだから、もうお医者さんは思い切って作っていいよって言われて、マジか。
And you know, because the franchise is we have a long running history, and having that sort of additional tiers to these magic spells is actually a big deal, because it's kind of breaking history. But the current sort of brand executive, Mr. Kitase, was very kind to say, well, the only people who go a higher tier beyond what was already established is 14. So, Mr. Yoshida, I will trust it. I will trust your judgment to come up with a nice suffix.
そう言われた私、日和りまして。
そうでしょ。
日和りまして、今回ファイラの上位はハイファイラ。
わー、日和ったー。
But that made me scared on it just freaked me out at the on the flip side. So I went with high fire.
まあいずれ数字だけなんで、まあどっかで踏んでなきゃいけないですけど、今回じゃなくていいやと思って、ちょっとやりました。
And I mean, one of these days, yes, we will eventually have to expand further out in our tiers, and we will have to come up with a nice sort of suffix to add on to there. But this time, I think I kind of chickened out.
みんなね、見損なったぞ吉田とかね、ひよってんなとか結構コメントあるんですよ。いいっすか？でも僕がね、仮にですよ、このためにファイ行ってしたとしますよ。そしたら KR 行とかですからね、今後全部。そうね。それは困る。いいんですね、それで。行
And I see comments on the Japanese side. Oh, you chickened out, Yoshida. But let me, to be fair, like if we add like say a gyo suffix and like it's by gyo, anything that's like a tier 4 or tier 5 magic is going to be like tier gyo, you know?
そうなんですよ。まあなんで今回はちょっと、私いろいろ考えまして、なるほど。そこに無難に落としておきました。
So after much thought, we have decided to settle on that.
あとはちょっと話を黒魔同士に戻すと、激星魔が2スタックのチャージアクションになって、で30秒でチャージするんで、これも結構腕に差が出てくるかな、使いどころって感じです。はい。
And I'm sorry, there's another charge action for Black Mage that has been added. Another charge has been added to that stack.
ゴレンマは一応言ってみたんだけど、却下された。
And then there was comments about, well, what about an additional like a multiple casts, like a five consecutive casts, and I proposed the idea, but it was rejected.
まあでも黒はタイムラインに合わせていく面白さが一番面白いところだと思ってるので、
Yeah, I never clean knows a good black mage.
一緒に
Just a black mage.
Just a black mage.
But
black
with,
mage,
sorry,
yeah.
going back to what
And I don't like
Ikeda-san said about
echoing
Vikisima,
whatever.
that's sharp cast.
You got
Sharp
leveling?
cast has an additional
But then
charge
she goes,
now.
see,
with the
now no
update.
one needs to
But
know
in
my
any case,
shame.
with Black Mage, it is trying to match your different spells according to the timeline of the battle. So
Or
that
clusters.
challenge still remains, and I
Sammy,
think
how
it
close are you to
still,
200? You might want to go spend some
sort
soon.
of lives up to that.
Oh, I'm 154 out of 200.
さあでは続いてのジョブ、赤魔同士
So, I mean, I
か
got-
なと思います。はい。
Okay, next item is the
Alright,
Red Mage.
This is Nef's area.
What?
This is
Nef's
赤
area.
魔同
Hell yeah.
士はですね、まず1個目、スコーチから派生する新アクション。この動画で見ていただいてるんですね。はい。
Oh my god, there's another button after
First
Scorch.
one is a new action
Of course
will be
there
available
is.
upon execution of Scorch. I think
It's
you
just gonna be
noticed
the never-ending
that.
action at this point.
Hey, big dick,
であと
bigger dick, biggest dick, mega cock.
I'm okay with ultimate dick. I'm just saying.
なので範囲ローテーション
Please give
か
me
ら
ultima.
発動できるという感じになってます。はい。
For flavor, holy, and scorch
And then
will
the
be
second
changed
point
to
is
AoE.
Wait, what?
their
Available as part of the
Holy and
AoE.
Scorch
Okay,
will be
wait.
changed to AoEs.
Wait, what?
Available
I'm not surprised.
So
that,
basically-
yeah,
All of your
all the
additional
finishers are
moves
AoE.
are gonna be available in your AoE rotation.
No, not only that, all of his finishers, even though he's doing single target, are AoE.
No, that's part of my
Why did this person
combo.
die?
Which is part of it.
Yeah, you'll still have to do the 3 hits on the single target,
Yes.
but then it looks like you go into an AoE combo afterwards.
Yeah, so
No,
And
it's
then
just
the third
it's
point
just
is a
being
defensive
part of
party-wide
an AoE, which is
enhancement will be
good.
added.
yeah, but
I agree
they're
with that.
changing Ver Flare, Ver Holy, and Scorch to be AoEs.
Yes,
Help
which
out
is
in a
fine.
support sort of way.
What's
Oh,
the freak
that's
out
what we're
about
saying,
this?
which is
Yeah,
good.
that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
That's,
you'll still
that's
have to
great.
lead with the, one,
yeah,
the,
that's
the
okay.
single
and that
part,
makes
but then
sense to
you'll
me.
go into AoE, which is great.
Yes, that makes sense to me because those attacks feel like they should be.
Because they're called Flare and Holy.
And
Yeah,
then you get the
exactly.
defensive,
Which is cool.
yeah.
あじゃない。
Then you get the defensive party-wide enhancement, so that's also awesome.
I don't give a fuck about them, but you know, I just want to look cool.
It's more utility, like for a utility class. That's pretty darn good.
I'm just kidding, but I just want to look cool. That's what matters.
Magic barrier.
I also have no AoE in this dungeon.
Oh! They get like a magic barrier? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Is that like a dark mine, but for red mage?
Magic or something.
It's a fucking large ass dome.
Yeah.
That's being cast. Is a raid wide dome.
That's interesting.
ブラックマナー、ホワイトマナーの消費量が減ってます、今回。
You can just imagine all of the layered domes we're gonna have now.
I mean, I appreciate that to be
Build the dome.
Hey, let me be the fucking reser of the goddamn group.
Build the dome.
Let me be a fucking buff.
Be the dome.
Hey, Jen, murder, death, kill.
Murder, death, kill. Yeah.
Renaming my character Polly Shore.
Magic sword, the black mana and the white mana depletion
Bioshock.
amount has been reduced.
I gotta make my card for my character.
They reduced the cost of using your flares. Like go into your flare combo, you need less.
Man, never had
That's
It's
good.
like-
80
that-
was always
yeah.
such an awkward number because then if
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had an issue with it, but if it's less, it's fine. It's cool with me.
I mean, I got used to it, but
Yeah, exactly. It's whatever.
But if you can do the
If it's less,
combo,
that's cool. I'll fucking
and
take it.
then click the one that doubles your bar and go into the combo again, that'd be cool.
I'm fine with it. Make it less cool. I'll do more
But they,
damage.
they
I'll
still
take
haven't told us what that gem utility at the bottom was.
Oh yeah, the 3 icons that showed up.
That's that's just
I
the
feel
new
like
food buff.
most casters have that
But that being said,
because
if
just about
it's,
every caster
Now
had
Summoner
that.
does.
as is, of course.
Now Summoner does.
Yeah.
Spellblade frequency.
but now Summoner's actually
becomes
summoning
a lot. So,
shit, which is great.
We made it so
Yeah.
that,
Yes, Summoner's actually-
I'm very excited for it.
the white mana and the black mana.
Because it looked like he was just
the
using
increase of
Carbuncle and then
those,
just summoning the primals.
Yeah.
two
You only
But
have
Like
different
Carbuncle was
mana.
changing into
But
things.
per summon gave a different spell, which is kind of cool, or a different effect for spells. Which is cool as fuck.
Because I know, like, last night I was telling Runa that, like, personally, I feel like Summoner should just, like, either get possessed by the Primal and they could do abilities that way,
Hopefully
or
this
just, like,
doesn't,
cycle
make it
through
so that
the
spellblade
Primals.
frequency
actually summon
goes,
for chains.
way too
Yeah.
much.
Be nice.
But still, with the manification, we do have
And now we finally got
the mana
actual
kind of
fucking
filling
summons.
up, and
And it's not
you
just, like, a
should
piece of the
hopefully
summon,
not,
it's the actual whole
waste
fucking
the mana
summon.
that is
Yeah, we're calling for
accumulated.
primals now after killing them for so long.
でですね、ステ
Now we're going
ージによって
ape
まあ使いづらいというのと、まあ、フィードバックも多数あったので、ようやくかって言われるとは思ってるんですけど、でプラスマンとアンガジマンのルールが同じになったので、
Fuck you, I was doing it the whole time, you little shit.
You know what? I need to calm down, okay? I'm sorry.
And then,
Fucking acting like I don't know what my job is.
Why are you yelling at me?
Fuck you, monkey.
Whoa, whoa.
You're playing a monk!
You don't have to be racist about it.
You're
Just
being
saying.
a monk?
No, don't try to make up excuses now, okay?
It's not an excuse, it's clarification.
We all knew what you're saying.
Did you?
Shit.
Then
Yeah.
you're wrong, you're just an idiot.
Engagement.
No, that's just me being truthful and woke.
No,
Being
you're just
100%
no,
woke.
just means you're an idiot.
God damn, Twitch chat is so toxic.
Are you
Are
trying to
they?
say that
Oh.
woke?
What are they typing? What are they typing?
Oh, just a bunch of shit like delete Bard.
Yeah, Bard's dead.
Why?
Scholars dead.
What do you mean they're
Oh my
fine?
God,
Bard's
everything's
fine.
Dead.
There's always going to be a portion of the community that's salty about something.
Yeah, they're all fucking stupid.
What the fuck's wrong with
Scholars are the one that
Bard?
looks.
Bard's fine.
Nothing's wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with Bard. It just
Change that, like, your abilities lead into the music now, which is pretty damn cool.
that's pretty cool. I like that.
It's a good
People
change.
are saying delete Bard because they can't play it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they can't play what?
Displacement.
Bard.
And
Why can't they play Bard?
Delete Bard because they can't play Bard. Hold up.
They don't suck. They just need their numbers tweaked.
No, the people play.
No, because the
people
people
are
playing
bad to
Bard
figure out
suck.
how to play them.
Oh.
Not saying that the job is bad, but the
Oh,
player who's
I
playing the
understand.
job is bad.
I understand.
So that covers the red mage.
This one. Here we go.
ほぼ新ジョブになった召喚士をご紹介します
Here's me. Let's hear it.
And then next up
Sorry, one
is, I
sec.
think it's
Summoner,
WooT
first-
Cannon.
first bullet note,
Basically,
fuck
a new
you.
job,
Right on.
is our
I'm
summoner.
gonna hug you and everything.
もうほぼ新ジ
Oh,
ョブだと
oh,
先生
I
は思っ
tried
てい
to
ただければと思い
hug you. You
ま
left
す
me, you little shit.
But again,
I had to
you
ping
could
someone on
look at
Discord.
this from a
Yeah, okay, it's fine.
completely new
Whatever, I get it.
perspective.
I
Alright,
don't
thank
like
you.
it, it's fine.
I mean, I love
Changed
you.
quite a lot, so
I
think
don't
you
know,
can
I tried to
consider
hug
this
you, you
a
fucking
new
ran
job
away.
almost.
What are you talking about? I'm fucking tanking.
Yeah, you weren't tanking when I tried to hug you.
Do you want levels,
Ran
or
away.
do you want levels?
I
I don't
I don't
understand.
need it. I'll just have it on high. It's fine.
Significant changes to job mechanics. is what
Oh,
we need.
no one's surprised there's significant changes.
ドットが全部なくなり
We
ま
can
し
see
た
with the showcase.
Yeah.
And then all actions
applying damage over time will be removed.
What? No dots.
Oh,
Does
well
that
then.
mean, like, Bane is being
That's
taken out too
so
to spread the-
weird. I don't mind dots, like, but removing all of them, it just feels fucking weird to me.
全部なくなります
Sign me the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with
Realm
removing
is where a lot
dots.
of people
I like
use
Yeah,
that.
they're
I don't know,
just-
like,
dot
it just
closure.
feels weird to me.
I think
So
they're just
we removed-
homogenizing damage profiles so it's easier to balance, which I'm fine with.
I don't know. I didn't feel like it was very hard to play Summoner before.
But that's like a class identity thing, right? Like they were the daughter.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. Like, I
There is
did
no
not
daughter
see that being
anymore.
hard.
Able to summon
Just dumb,
Ifrit,
like-
Garuda, and Titan.
Alright,
not
well-
just Eggies.
Do we want to call it since that last person left? Oh, well, the person's still following us for cash reasons.
Together.
ガルーダエメラルドと言ってですねもう晩神読んじゃいけないか
Who
ら
there?
Are they making it easier or
なんでまあ
what?
そこに
Like,
その力を
Well, you're balancing 5 summons now.
移して出てきてる
it's true. There are more summons to go take part of, which, if
But
that's
that
the
being
case,
said,
that makes
these
sense.
Are,
The dot.
Ifrit, Ruby, Titan,
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're
Topaz,
they're all gonna
and
have like
Garuda
one
Emerald.
ZAOE,
So
one
we're
single
not
target.
literally calling forth these
Well,
primals,
based on what we
of course,
saw in the
because it's too
footage,
dangerous.
every
And the
summon
whole
had their
point
own
is
abilities.
Summoning primals.
Or their
So
own,
the
you know,
concept
morphed
is,
abilities.
we are sort of transferring their energy, so to speak, into these different sort of
Transferring their
jewels,
energies into your
so
fucking
to speak,
abilities,
and sort of
Just saying.
calling those forth.
Do we not get this fucking magic terminal thing?
No, we had to kill those ads to get the Magitek thing. But did someone forget to pick one up?
I guess we're all just following you, apparently. I'm not gonna-
Well, the tank should be picking up the shit that's left behind, so.
その力で召喚
Who's the tank
士
again?
体のモードが変わるようなイメージになってます
なるほ
By summoning these
Pretty sure you
different
picked 'em up.
sort of summons, the summoner,
No, we're missing one.
him or herself, will gain the sort of elemental ether.
Did we not go far
and
enough?
No, it drops
to,
here. Like, if we got this one, then. Like, this is it. It's supposed to be right
で
here.
すねまあまずやっぱり召喚士
Yeah, like, there's nothing more down here. I mean, we could pull these ads. I don't think they've dropped one.
We got the photocell. Should be it,
The
right?
abilities now have elemental
So with this
properties, which
update,
is
we
interesting.
really tried to bring
Alright, do we want to call it
out
here?
that sort of feel.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm at
of a
112, which
traditional
is
summoner.
like a lot more than where I
で
started from.
流れなんですけど、
Yeah.
まあ
Call it
デ
here.
ビバハムートを召喚すると、
The cluster grind.
まあ今までは
Also,
デビバハム
just
ー
keep
ト
on
召
saving
喚
up.
フェニックス召喚
Fucking
なんかこう
Jericho
ダウン
stuff
タイムなんかもうひたすらルイ打つしかねえみたいなルインジャーみたいな状態だったのが、
はい
大きく変
Yeah,
わり
around
ます
this return.
So, in terms
Can you
of
get that?
the rotation
Wind
of the
caller?
flow of
How to get those
the
emotes
summoner,
finally.
of course, up until now, you would have called forth the Demi Bahamut, and then it goes away, and then
And I'm only
you
missing the hair
call
and the,
forth the Phoenix,
yeah, pretty much the hair.
and then you have some
right
downtime where
on the
you're
pad.
Modern
just
aesthetic
casting
wind
Ruin
caller.
or Ruin 3.
We'll have to grind out more for them.
Doing
I bet
that
they'll go up in
until,
price next
it's
expansion.
accumulated enough
True that.
to summon them again.
I mean, hair is still expensive as
で
fuck.
デミバハムートをまず呼ぶと属性エーテルを3つ
Question: Is there
もらう
another
ので、
card that's
そ
not
の
showing up
力
for me?
を属性エーテルを使って
What do you mean?
さっき言った
Like a
イ
triple
フリー
triad
ト
card.
ルビータイタン
I
と
said
か
there's
ガル
one
ダ
in
ルダエメラル
Doja,
を召
but I don't
喚
see
し
it.
て
There's 3 actually, but you won't get those till
あ
after.
あ
Yeah, there's 3.
And so with
I know
this
what the third one is,
updated
'cause I
flow,
remember
of course,
now.
you will call forth the Demi
I don't
Bahamut,
have
One drop-
and then,
one drops
You will
in
obtain this
Deliverum?
elemental properties,
Or
so to speak,
Castrum?
and then you
No,
will be
see,
able
they-
to
They
summon.
drop, so you get a bunch of them on the
Ifrit, Ruby,
outside,
Titan, Topaz, Garuda,
but then on the
Emerald,
inside for
and then
the
you would
clusters,
fight
there's 3 you
using
can buy.
the elemental
And you gotta
properties
complete
of
Del
those
Rey to
different,
get the third one.
those different summons.
Oh, okay. So
で、
I gotta do
テクニカ
that
ル
そ
yes.
の後フェニックスを召喚すると、フェニックスからもまた
Well, I know the card, so I guess that's
また
part
3種
of
を
that
使
raid.
ってというのが
なるほどなるほど。
一連の流れになります。
I don't know what to do with the ethereal
And once
stand.
you've depleted those 3, and then you would call forth the Phoenix, then you would receive again 3 elemental properties, and then you are able to summon these 3. I don't want to call them primals, but they're the summons that you can utilize those 3 elemental properties again.
で、イフリート
Alright, I have to go put it on.
呼んでもいいです。でそれぞれ召喚神付与される特徴が違うので、ボスのタイムラインに合わせて先にこれはタイタンから行こうとか、今回はイフリートにしようとかっていうのを考える要素としての入ってます。
Tomorrow we can do Delibrum runs.
And of course, we have these
Get
3,
this shit upgraded.
Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda, but
Don't
there's
forget,
no specific order that you need to call
Runa's
them
gonna be gone all
for.
weekend.
So,
I don't
depending
think
on
she's
the
gonna be
battle
back till
timeline,
Sunday
you can
night.
choose, let's say you want to do Titan
Okay.
first, you can do that.
Tomorrow I won't be home till
Or,
evening because I have to go to
Yeah,
Jersey.
you can
Okay,
quickly,
that's
or
fine.
you
Let's
can,
work on
you
some
can be
KG stuff
flexible
then.
within
I got
between
a
those
little
3.
ninja and summoner and monk now.
で、
Neff, are you getting your shit kicked in by ads that were nowhere near you?
本数は激減しました。
I'm fine. I mean, I went the wrong way, but I'm good.
And then
No,
also
you went the right
part of
way.
the adjustment
Did
was
I?
to kind of
Yeah.
consolidate some
okay,
of
well,
these
I'm fine.
actions.
Nothing was hurting me
And
so
so
bad.
the icons that are being used in your hotbar will be quite significantly condensed because these will switch out depending on the different actions that you're taking.
で、めちゃくちゃ悩んだ末に、
はい
リザレクアドンをしました。
おう
And then
I think I'm
so
gonna go finish
after
Sakege's red mage weapon right
a
now.
lot of debate and a lot of discussion, we did decide that we will keep Resurrection.
押しましたよ。
Oh, they were
Oh.
actually considering taking it.
They
out.
almost got rid of battle res.
なんだかよって言われる。そう
They need to fucking fix physic.
今回は首の皮一枚で残りました。はい。
And
That's probably what's
with
gonna be
the
part of the
significant
potency
change
changes.
to Summoner, and people are being, I don't know if people would be shocked with the changes, but like on top of that, having Resurrection being removed, people might really get upset. So it lived by the
Freak
skin
the
of its
fuck
teeth.
out? Yeah.
Resurrection is still there.
フィジクさんも残っちゃいました。
Good.
Physic too.
Good.
It's
That's all that
gonna
red mage is good
stay
for,
behind
right?
too.
Fuck.
さあ、じゃあもうわからんというお声が多いので、実機に行こうかなと思います。
And
Oh,
I'm sure
physic went.
people are wondering,
Aw.
well, I don't understand with all these words. So let's
Sucks,
look at
though.
it on the gameplay screen.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, they don't even need a heal to level 30, and then they can just give it the scholar.
Oh, so they're gonna show us.
感じですね。
Okay.
召喚師です。
Just don't understand the horn.
で、ここでまず先にちょっとエイミラクルの話をしておいてもいいですか？
はい。
And before we dive into actual gameplay, I would like to talk about Eggy Glamours, actually.
Eggy
で
Glamours.
すね、今回、呼べる、召喚獣が増えるということで、
はい
すべての召喚獣に対してまず、サイズの変更ができるようになってます。
And so with the number
Yeah,
of
they're amazing.
summons you can call for, we have
A lot of
made some
people on my
adjustments, one of which
Twitter
is
timeline are
to
happy
change
that
its
Summoner
display
no
size.
longer has dots.
ただこれあくまで自分から見
I
た時のもので
don't-
術者というよりはまあ
I hope some of their abilities still have dots.
Do you need your level 80s or
But
experts
that's
or what?
only
I can do whatever.
affects, you as the
I might not have those unlocked, though.
fourth beast summons.
Fine.
So,
Yeah, I need item level 460.
yeah, it only
Expired,
affects
not
how you.
I'm only at 450, so
I
you'll
just
have to make
finished
some of those.
5.3, and I love how they hint that those two are gonna be the Sage and the
今
Reaper.
実はここにカーバンクル出てるんですけど、
はい。
I'm gonna pay attention a bit to what's going on the screen a bit,
ここが
but
エフリートエギになったり
if you want to get some of those pieces of gear, like I'll do expert.
僕はカーバンクルの方が可愛くて好きなので、これエギミラクルしてありますカーバンクル。
あ、なるほど。
Mr. Aspire, are you listening to me? You little shit.
I mean, I'm also listening to live. What are you saying?
Right now, we see the carbuncle appearing on the
Are you
screen.
listening to me?
But,
Oh,
you
sorry, I've been
either
talking
ask
this whole
the
time. You haven't been hearing
character,
me.
Goes up, this
Yeah.
No, I
ID
have not. I
will
was
turn
asking what
into,
your
like,
80s or X were.
I said yes, but I
Um,
need item
now
level
I
460,
like
and I'm only
looked up
450.
carbuncle, so I have
Oh,
limited to a carbuncle.
So I'll need some of that gear you talked about if you want to go forward.
Well, I gotta make it, and I gotta see what mess I need.
I'll only need a few pieces though, if that helps.
What pieces do you need?
Well, all of them, because I have full crafted from 450.
まあ呼びますよね。
はい、半分こでも。
You made my old shit.
Yeah, let me see.
We have summoned the
で
Demi-Bahamut.
ここ
I need
に
to make it though.
3つわかります？この鎖に繋がってますけど、
はい、
はい解放されました。でこうなるとこの3つの安心が呼べるようになります。
はい、
どれからでもいいです。
And then, of course, with that, you get the elemental properties. I hope you didn't see it under the gauge. There's like 3 jewels kind of chained up, and now those have been unlocked. And so that shows that you are able to summon Ifrit, Titan, or Garuda.
で呼び出すとエーテルが付与されてカウントダウンが始まります。で2スタックのアクションが付与されているのでイフリートの技を使います。
なるほどね。
So once you call forth these elemental primals, you do get that sort of ether applied to you, and then you see that there's a 2-stack action, and so you are able to execute Ifrit's actions.
これ今のはイフリートのエーテルをもらったので、詠唱時間が長い代わりに強力な炎の魔法が2発使える。であと突進と追撃っていう攻撃が使えるようになります。イフリートのモードとして。
It looks like your abilities are going to change to the primal abilities.
So we were looking at Ifrit's actions, but with the elemental properties or ether,
I don't like that rune ability.
obtained from Ifrit.
People asking how I managed to main summoner every expansion is because it's a new job every expansion.
Cast, and then there's also like a rush
that's pretty
sort of
funny.
attack that you can do, and this is the Ifrit actions that is available.
Hilarious.
でここはやっぱり詠唱が必要なアクションになっているので、ギミック処理をしなきゃいけないタイミングでイフリートを呼んでしまうとロスになるので、他のものにしましょうとか、動かなくていい時にイフリートを使うようにしようとか、そのあたりはうまく考えていただければいい。
Well, this kind of ties into what we mentioned about timelines, but with Ifrit's action, one of this requires for you to cast, and it's a fairly long cast time. So say you're in some kind of fight where there's a mechanic where you have to move, then you would lose the opportunity to cast the magic. So perhaps you'd want to time it so that you don't need to move around to process some kind of mechanic, or you'd have to be pretty mindful of when you activate these.
で実際に召喚をした瞬間インスタントで召喚するんですけど、登場した時に尾行技を一回バーンってぶっ放してはくれます。
And then, of course, when you are calling forth these summons, it's an instant, but there is usually like a starter move that it unleashes when it's first summoned.
で、タイタンを呼びます。
Okay, so now we're calling forth Titan.
かわいい、ちっちゃくしちゃう。
That Titan is so cute. It's so
I
small.
set his size to be small, so.
で、今タイタン。
Yeah, but they're normally bigger. She has them set to small.
An evolved chicken nugget.
So let's take a look at what.
Chicken nuggets.
I'm gonna set my summons to huge just to like screw with every one of my
こ
raids.
れは
Same.
回数じゃなくて時間なので、もうひたすら打ちまくる。で、これはもう全部インスタントなんで移動がすごい楽です。
And with Titan's moves, it's actually interesting because it's within a timed section that you can unleash unlimited numbers of times of his moves, and it's all instant. So you can move around and cast at the same time.
で、ガルーダを呼ぶと、
Garuda!
So is Garuda.
設置型のダメージ有価を置きつつ、これはもうインスタントキャスなんで、これも移動かなり、機動力がだから高いです、相変わらず召喚は。
But with Garuda, hers is more of like a placement damage. And this is also instant.
All these
so
insta-casts.
you can move around as well. I think Summoner does have like a good bit of mobility.
Look at that small chicken.
で、フェニックスを召喚するとまた3つ付与されるので、フェニックスが終わったらまた使っていく感じになりますね。
And then once you've gone through that round, and then you call forth the Phoenix, you will obtain the 3 elemental properties again, and so you can utilize these elemental primals again.
ちなみにこの3つの、召喚モードは、やっぱりそのタイムライン内で3つともそうは言っても使わないと軽く出ないので、なんかもうとりあえずタイタンだけ使ってきゃいいやみたいなのやると目も当てられないことになるので、で、デミバハムート召喚と、フェニックス召喚の間にやっぱちゃんと使い切らないともったいないことになっちゃうでしょ、リキャストタイムが。なのでそこは必ず組み立てが必要になってくるので。なるほど。はい。
With these 3 summons that you can do, of course, you need to utilize these in the battle timeline, or else, of course, you won't be dealing very much damage at all. Like, you can't just lean towards, oh, I like using Titan only, so I'll use Titan only, or you will not be able to deal much damage at all. So whenever you do cast your Demi Bahamut and the Phoenix, and the elemental properties that you attain in between those is something that you don't want to put to waste. Make sure that you are utilizing these and sort of building your strategy so that you can utilize those 3 within the recast.
はい。大体そんな感じでございます。かなり試行錯誤して作ったので、いいところにね。落ちたのではないかなとは思っておりますが、当然そのドットがなくなった分はね、通常の栄翔火力へ全部持ってってるんで、まあちょっと機動力高いからなって思ったんですけどね。
Oh, I'm at the FC house, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to make some gear for you.
Yeah, just let you know where I am.
くれてた人ってたくさんいると思うんで、ここまで変えちゃうのはなとか。
I still find it so weird to get rid of all the dots.
ね、また結構栄翔
Just for summoner or
just for summoner?
黒の巻き添えにしやがってって言われたくもあんまないしね。
Like they could have at least got 1. Like that would have been.
But yeah, with the summoner, there was a lot of trial and error and a lot of debates to get it to where we got it. But I think we were able to get it to a good point. Of course, with the removal of all the dots. We did try to skew back to having the summoner have their damage kind of come from the different casting of the not the spells, but like the different summons that you're bringing forth. So, and we also looked at just how mobile the summoner is, but at the same time, it is the charm of a summoner is the mobility of it. So I think we were. And there were people who were choosing the summoner because of such mobility. So that was another point where we had to rack our brains. But we didn't want to make it so that we're casting all the time.
That's
either.
fair.
I can already imagine the comments from players saying, "Oh my gosh, you're turning us into the mod page. Like you're kind of dragging us into this, Yoshida." So I wanted to avoid that as well.
さあでは、以上でキャスターでした。
はい、ありがとうございます。
では最後ヒーラーロールのお話いきましょう。
Okay, next up is the healers.
まずヒーラー共通項なんですけど、各ヒーラーに新しい反対バフの
Where's White Mage? Oh, it's the first one.
反対バフですね、これ。
Oh,
so the first thing is
that's actually really
single
good.
target buffs.
Single target buffs will
For
be
each
added
healer.
to each healer. An emphasis on single target buffs.
でそれからですね、全体
Sage
的に
just
ヒーラ
adds
ー
a
の攻撃
gun.
魔法の詠唱時間が
Throws a gun to your party member.
It lets me dual wield guns.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now
Overall,
mechanics dual wield.
We did reduce
Guns for
the
everyone.
cast time for offensive spells.
Oh!
そしてですね、
More
ぜひは
glare.
待ってます。
Nice.
Glare Mage
メ
activated.
ートルの効果範囲がですね、50メートルに拡大。
Hey! Limit break area expanded.
Area of effect
No
will be
longer doing
expanded to
Limit Break
50
3 and not getting the
yards,
person
and
on the
I
other side of the
hear
map.
Foxconn clapping.
Thank God.
届いてねみたいな。ナイス LB 届いてねみたいなやつがなくなるんじゃないかな。
悲しい。
We will finally avoid situations where people are like, oh yeah, great LB, but I was not in the area of effect.
で、まあ今回その以前からお伝えしていたようにヒーラーロールに関しては賢者を加えた4ジョブで
That Sage Art's pretty good.
バリアヒーラー2という、バランスになります。
White mage just gets to be
Also,
aggressive
with
faster.
the healers welcoming the new Sage job, we will be splitting it up with 2 jobs being a pure healer and then 2 jobs being barrier healers.
基本攻撃魔法の詠唱時間は軒並み 1.5 秒になってます。はいはい。
And then for the offensive spells, like the primary offensive spells, they're in general going to be a 1.5 second cast time, which is pretty quick.
まあアビリティがねかなり増えてきて、アビリティを使う機会
And then added in
まあ
spell
グローバルクール
speed.
ダウンにどうしても食い込んじゃってすごい気持ち悪いストレスっていうところがあったと思うので、そこを軽減するために詠唱時間を短くしてあります。
With needing to execute abilities, it tended to, or like casting tended to sort of eat into the global cooldown time, and I'm sure people were very frustrated, or would have been very frustrated with it. So we're hoping that by sort of reducing the cast time for
Okay, I'm not
basic,
gonna sit through the
attack
healers. Have a good night, guys.
spells
Okay,
to
love you, bye.
1.5 seconds, that would reduce the frustration and stress.
それでは白魔導士からいきましょう。
Jumping right into White Mage.
白魔導士はですね、もう
Oh, no.
正当進化オブ正当進化
We're deleting them.
でもございません。
White Mage, fuck you.
We're removing Blood Lily.
Bloody, replacing it with Bloodier Lily.
So you can
So with the
kill
White
you
Mage, this is
faster.
just a simple.
Oh, they're playing my favorite song.
As simple can be. Let's see. It reads: a functionally and visually distinct restorative field action will be added.
ピュアヒーラーに該当します。
And of course, White Mage will fall under
they
that
replacing
pure
Bubble?
healer category.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they.
It's another targeted ground ability on top of everything.
なるほど。
No, it is a new ground ability that puts a flower
And then a
that,
higher
like, I
tier
think
for the
duplicates the
holy
heal.
spell will be added, and so that will also contribute to the accumulation of lilies.
で、
Holy
非常に残念なお知らせなんですけど、
Garden Mage.
アクアオーラさんがついに解雇されてしまいました。
あらあら。
And then one unfortunate news
Ultimate
with the
holy.
White Mage is
Just,
that
yeah.
Fluid Aura has been relieved of its duties.
Not surprised. It was no longer a knockback, it was a bind.
あとはですね、ディバインベリゾンがチャージアクションになってますね。はい。
And then another update would be Divine Benison will become a charge action.
Yeah.
まあ、白魔導士に関してはもう本当に今までの操作感のまますんなり扱えるアップデートになってると思います。
But yeah, with the White Mage, it's pretty straightforward. I think the controls will feel as it was, and it'll be a fairly smooth transition with these updates.
はい。では先へ進みます。続いては先生術師です。
Moving on to
The class is so perfect,
Astrologian.
they barely have to do anything to it.
先生術師はピュアヒーラーに寄せることになりました。
So
They're
with the
taking
We're removing
Astrologian,
cards?
we
We're
are going to
removing
skew it
cards.
more towards a pure
Dual
healer.
disc.
ダイアナルセクトと
Dual disc,
ノ
yes,
クターナル
please.
セクトを削除して
My dual disc, let's go.
基本的な回復アクションの性能をダイアナルセクトの時の効
See?
果
Called
に
it.
まあ変更して
Well, yeah, I figured. but
the diurnal sect and nocturnal sect will be removed, and
We knew
basically,
diurnal. We knew those were
they just
going away.
have the same effects as they
I
would.
did.
They would have.
Let me-
under-
let me be fair, though. it honestly would have been better for the game if Sage just could have picked one or the other as well.
バリアアクションが使えたりっていうことが先生術の特徴として、あったりします。
But that being said, there is going to be an action called Neutral Sect, which,
well, I mean, there is
while you're under its effects, there will be some barrier actions that you can use.
で、あとはディビネーションの効果を変更してます。
And then we've adjusted the effect of divination.
Which one was nocturnal? Is that the one that did the shields?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck that one.
It was only good when you had a white mage.
Yeah.
The effects of it was really affected by the luck of the draw, so to speak. So it has been adjusted.
まあ通常で使えるようになるって感じです。はい。
Basically speaking, you can use it in like normal circumstances.
で、その代わり、カードシンボルに依存する効果を持つセルフバフが付与されるようになるって感じです。なるほど。はい。
So while you can use it at any time, what will change is that depending on the seals used, it allows for enhancements to be applied to yourself.
That's cool.
で、リドローはですね、チャージアクションじゃなくて、ドローするたびに1回使えるっていうアビリティになり、あとはマイナーアルカナにも変更が入っています。
And then redraw will no longer be a charge action, but it will be changed into an action where every time you draw, you can use it once. And then there will also be a change to minor arcana.
あとは動画にもありましたけど、回復と攻撃を結構兼ね備えた、範囲魔法が、追加されてます。
And then the other update would be, you may have seen it in the video, but there will be an AoE spell that kind of has a healing capabilities as well as an offensive element to it.
まあやっぱりちょっと ID 行くときに、白魔のポーリーが強すぎだろうっていうところが結構言われていたので、今回、他のヒーラーにも範囲のID 攻略しやすい、ちょっとそれぞれが特徴違うんですけど、範囲を、持たせてます。
And this is kind of based on some input that we've noticed whenever people go into instanced dungeon. Holy that the white mage can use is quite strong, and so we wanted to allow for other healer jobs to have something similar. Of course, not their characteristics differ from each of the different jobs, but
holy quite strong.
Bro, I literally just said that the other day, Jen, didn't I?
I mean, we always say that holy is like very fucking strong.
Mana consumption by itself holy is stupid as fuck.
いやだけどでもなんか
Like if they made Auto War the same mana consumption,
なんか全員スタンつけもなんかもう大雑把すぎるし、なのでそれぞれになんとか特徴を持たせて。
motherfucking seconds and then whatever happened to my mana.
結構苦労したので、それぞれ特徴が違います。
Art of War though? All my mana's gone.
This was really quite a point of debate, actually. Like, do we want to add stun to this, or do we want to remove the stun effect from Holy, or? But we don't want to,
no, you keep that motherfucking stun, you piece of shit. Swear to God.
But if we add stun to all of them, then
yeah, don't kill it.
Just
You
seems to be
keep that
very
motherfucking
sloppy.
stun.
So
Don't kill the stun because that's another defensive for white mage.
It is.
Here's the thing.
like
Give Astro a holy version with gravity that applies the slow debuff.
So we're hoping
Like
that
like
when players
like enemies attack slower slow.
try it out, they would understand. Oh yeah, this is the kind of nuance that you're going
Reduce cast
for.
time.
Exactly, right? They both reduce damage, and they're both different.
続いていきましょう。続いては学者になります。
はい
Scholar.
That is the scholar.
学者はですね、ここからバリアヒーラーになりますが、学者は改めてバリアヒーラーとして、調整されてます。
Gotta say about my main.
Of course, we're moving into the barrier healers now, but with the scholar, we have sort of made adjustments so that they are leaning more towards that sort of barrier type healer.
まあ学者もですね、なんかこう大幅に変えるところがあるかと言われると、まあ多少ねペットの挙動をまた調整したりはしましたけど、まあ学者で今回一番でかいのはどうぞ。戦闘時にも効果あるパーティー移動速度上昇っていうバフが渡されます。
Movement speed.
So with
With the scholar, there
That can help in
wasn't
a lot
really
of fucking raids,
much
though.
we
If there's
could
some
have
raids you have to go
changed,
from
like,
one side to another.
significantly.
Still
I mean, we did make adjustments, and part of it was changing or updating the behaviors of the pet. But I think one of the most
So many
major
classes
changes
have, like,
to
fucking gap
scholar would
closers
be
and backups.
a unique job action which can enhance the party's movement speed even during combat.
いやいや、当然映像
It's combat zoomies. Combat zoomies.
映像だと学者必須になるやん、それ。
I'll play white
The
mage.
buff is not,
That's not enough.
continuous perpetually. if it's perpetual, then people are going to be like, no, must have scholar all the time.
そんなわけないじゃない。
Sprint.
さっき動画でも最後ね、召喚、じゃないや、学者。
Scholar zoomies, let's go.
アップするってこと聞きたかったんです。
That is not a buff.
But you may have noticed in the video, like the scholar was running just a little faster towards the end of that job action, and that's to signify that enhancement has
I
been
didn't even
applied.
notice it because they matter.
まあ、いわゆるスプリントと同じ速度が一定時間使える。で、スプリントとは重複しませんっていう
You
感
got
じですね
bard。buff.
So it's basically like
Yeah, but the
sprint,
bard buff is
where
only
you are your
out of
movement
combat
speed
because once you get
is,
in combat, it's gone.
faster
Alright, so
for
they
a
got
certain
mostly
amount
back-
of
a fucking
time,
gap
but it will
closer
not
and backup
overlap
of
with sprint.
で、他だとですね、パーティーメンバー一人を対象とした結構ね、強力なバフが追加されてます。
And then another
We literally saw the
update would
white
be,
fucking mage.
there will
Seemed
be
like they had
a
a
fairly
fucking second
powerful
heal on that second
enhancement
ability
that
he's
can
got.
be targeted to
What do I get?
a
A fucking,
single
oh,
party
here's
member.
his fucking movement speed.
で、ちなみに今お話ししたその移動速度上昇が付与されるのは、どっちかというと
Listen, sprint is teleport for smart people, okay?
アビリティなんですね。それは
Okay, so they got sprint.
Yeah.
さらに
There you go.
移動速度が一定時
So
間
what the fuck?
上がります
What do you want from that?
And that new action that we mentioned earlier about
Exactly.
Sprint's been deleted.
quickening the movement
hasn't been
speed of your
deleted.
party.
I know.
It's actually
Like,
like a
it's
fringe
like, it doesn't
benefit
matter.
of
Like,
the
it's still
action
there.
itself. It's actually meant to be
So this is like garbage
like
ability.
a damage reduction buff that applies to
If
like
it
a
includes
range,
damage
an area of
reduction,
range.
maybe, but it doesn't seem like it. Just saying.
まあスプリントとは重複しないんでね。
No, it's just sprint.
Yep, that's fucking garbage. It's a shit ability, and I
But
don't
of
want
course,
to
it
play fucking
doesn't
Scholar now.
overlap with sprint. So
はい。召喚もすいません。これぐらいしか。
See, it doesn't even overlap with it. Fuck that shit.
sorry, that's about all we can share.
It didn't overlap with it.
Over the skull.
Titanium song.
さあ、それでは、
はい Go zoomies
残る1ジョブ、こ
What?
ちらに
There's
参り
no
ましょう。
point in double overlapping that shit. I'm just
Last
saying
but
there's
not
no point
least.
for that.
はい、
Speedrun dungeons.
じゃあでござ
Pretty
い
shitty
ま
fucking
す。
ability.
Alright, sage time.
Running dungeons
はい
means
で、こ
nothing.
ちら、バリアヒーラーとして、必要な能力は一通り所持
Oh
しており
god,
ま
this
す。
song.
So
And after running
same
Deliver
as
My
This
Soul.
song, yeah, I hear
for
this song in
other
my sleep from Prague.
ちょっと変わっているのがですね、
As much times as we did.
敵
I don't
を
wanna think about
攻
this
撃す
song
ると
anymore.
同時に
I love this
指
song.
定してい
I
る
don't
パーティーメンバーを回復するっていう
almost 50 fucking runs for that amount.
See, I like
What's
point
really
number 2.
unique about the
Point
Sage
number 2 is a
that,
selling point.
While you are attacking an enemy, you can
So this is
specify
all the actions
or
essential
target
for a
a
barrier
party
healer.
member to heal
So
at the same
basically,
time.
literally, Sage is
あと
replacing
は
Scholar
回
from the sounds of
復
it.
とか回復用のリソースと攻撃用のリソースっていうものが、まあ、今回存在してます。まあ、ジョブハーフと出ると思いますけど。
But you're telling me I can damage enemies and heal at the same time?
They're basically fucking
enhancements as well as
disc priests.
as you can see
Yeah,
pretty
in
much.
the job HUD example here.
Scholar's literally useless. Like,
これが
no
です
matter
ね
now.、
じゃあちょっとまあ、味方一人をまず指定して、メインでヒールする対象を選ぶ。で、かつ敵を攻撃すると、まあ対象にヒールも走るよっていう特徴があります、まず。
So again, to reiterate, you would designate a party member to sort of heal, and then as you attack your enemy, then
All
whomever you
people say Rip
designated
Scholar, I get it now.
will receive healing.
まあカルディアっていうアクションなんですけど、それでパーティーメンバーを一人 MT さんとかをこう指定して、こうヒール受け持ちますみたいな状態にするって感じです。はい。
So this is called
That's so underwhelming for Scholar. Like, what the fuck?
And then
It's dumb.
you would
It's so
typically,
shitty.
I think
Like,
it would
I
work
literally
well if
have
you
no
specify
intention of
like
playing
your
Scholar
main
anymore.
tank, off tank.
Like, Sage just seems like a
as
funner
your
Scholar.
designated
Exactly,
person
it's
to
Scholar,
heal.
but better. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Scholar means nothing.
一つのアクションが、単に攻撃
I'm a little upset.
魔法だったの
But
が、
I guess I'll play White Mage.
豆腐に切り替わった
Playing whatever fucking rate
変わった
composition.
操作をするものもあり
It's
ます。
fine. I'm just saying it's fine. I'll play whatever.
And
but
then
I don't really
there's
want to play
another
Scholar.
unique characteristic where sometimes an action that you execute might be like when you're hitting somebody, an enemy, it turns into a dot also, like a damage over time.
で、時間経過で付与されるアダーガルっていうリソースを消費して、インスタントバリアヒールも豊富に
So
ご
would
ざ
the
います
dot also be considered like a
And then
hot?
there is a resource that the Sage uses, which is the Adder's Gall, that kind of accumulates over time, so that you can execute your instant barrier heals.
あとはイカロスっていう動画でも飛んでた移動アクションがあるんで、まあ、テクニカルバリアヒーラーって感じですね、イメージ。
And then in terms of like a gap closer or like a movement type action, we have Icarus. You may have noticed in the video that the Sage is kind of flying. So it's kind of positioned as a...
Shit, if I do end up healing, I'll probably do Sage so I can be an even more aggressive White Mage.
一応出してみる？一応出してみるか。
You don't have to
I
tell
gotta-
people to get in the fucking barrier. You are the barrier.
Might be a bit
Yeah.
complex,
I bring the
but,
barrier
I
and the
guess- I
guns.
guess we should try it. Try to see
So,
the game screen.
they just said that Sage has an ability. Never mind, it has a gap closer. I was wrong.
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Yeah, I
The
think they said
melee portion.
Icarus.
There's a melee portion to Sage.
So, Sage has a gap closer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's called Icarus.
Yeah,
Icarus Dash.
that's way better than Scholar Speed Boost.
Yeah, the speed boost is fucking retarded. It's fucking.
Well, isn't the
stupid
speed boost for the party?
Yes,
Sage
but
is
it
gap closer.
but it doesn't
Fuck.
stack with
Literally
sprint.
Every single person has sprint. The fucking
Oh.
speed boost is
Just
dumb.
looking at
Scholar
this,
just
probably
got
change
fucking
it.
shafted.
Yeah.
You can't really...
Gotta remember, there's a big old asterisk on
just
all
think
these,
like,
all of these to say these aren't fun.
Yeah, well, they better fucking fix it asterisk. 'Cause
It would be better if it gave some sort of buff as well, but like there's no
very
point to
particular
it.
about how these new
None.
ones are
Like, I literally have no
achieved.
point in playing Scholar right now unless they fix that shit.
結構多いっすよ、アクション。
There's quite a lot of actions available.
で、まずこのカルディアっていうアクション、まあ、
That is a lot of
特徴的なんです
abilities.
けど
Holy shit.
これを使ってまず
Damn,
誰を主に回復するかっていう、まあ、
Mm.
パートナーっていう言い方だとちょっと
That's like my
語弊があるのかもしれないですけど、まあ、
You can-
指定を
It's
し
nuts. We
て
can do this. Wow.
いく必要がある
うん
感じです。
And so going back to Cardia, this is quite unique. And so you'll be designating.
Fuck, I went to go hand in a quest in Olda, and everybody's like, scholar this, scholar that.
It might not be fully accurate to call it partner, but I mean, you're.
I still love scholar, but like,
somebody you
it
will
really
be
feels
healing.
shafted.
はい。今自分に貼りました。
So it's now set to me.
でちょっと攻撃をし
Yeah, they're about to
assuming
DPS and
that
heal themselves at the same
90% of the
time.
time.
Yeah, look, they're healing themselves while they're attacking.
That'll be on the tank.
ヒールが走ってます。
すごい SF 感がすごいです。
So as you
This
are
is literally
attacking,
fucking Disc Priest, you're right,
because,
Sammy.
It's fucking
I
Disc
designated
Priest.
myself,
Yeah.
I love
as
this.
Right, if you
when
want to play Red Mage, I'll
an
probably
attack
play Sage.
heals
I say I
in,
love Disc
to
Priest.
heal
That's what I
me.
used to play in WoW, and
サウ
like
ンド
I'm
比
kind
較
of
的
upset
どうで
about
すか
this.
SE っていう
Yeah, someone said it's dance partner, but for healing.
っていうコメントが非常に
That's essentially what it is, yeah.
It's
A lot
a
of people
very
commenting on
RDM
the,
healing
the sound
special.
effect, the sound effect, the sound
That's
effect.
not what they're doing.
How is it sound, team? Does it sound sci-fi enough for you?
I just like the whole mecha sound effect. It's just really dope.
Yeah.
It's a cool concept. I enjoy it.
It was quite
There's that
surprising.
so many
when
people wanna play
I-
fucking
I
Sage.
heard it when I was doing my.
There's legit gonna be like almost no
そ
scholars.
のエウクラシアというアクションを使うと技がね
Right,
一
but
気
are,
に
are
変わ
they
ったり
healing
し
wants
ま
to
す
play Sage? I
今
can't play
今
Sage.
単
I'll
純
play
な
White Mage, it's
攻
fine.
撃魔法にし
Or
ます
I'm
speak
not
with
playing
Runa,
Scholar.
see who wants to do what.
これが
I'm just saying I'm not playing Scholar, I play White Mages. That's what I'm
モード
saying.
が変わってわ
Then
But if you want to play Sage,
Well, yeah, the other
I'm
person's
sure
playing the
Runa
Sage,
wouldn't
aren't
mind
they?
playing
I'm
White
not
Mage.
gonna like fucking
So
destroy
the
someone
one
else's
which
fucking
we were
thing.
talking about, where an attack turns into.
Well, there's also Astro. They changed Astro too, right? Like it actually seems like it's quite different.
So once.
But I
you
kind of
have
feel like in a
that,
raid setting, you want to
attack,
have one that's a
changes
barrier,
into
one that's
something that
a
would
pure
allow-
healer.
Obviously, yeah.
Right, Asher's now a pure healer.
Yeah.
And they got rid of like the shitty part of like proccing divination, right? Like you can just use it. All the little like seal things that you gained that activate divination, like right now, those give personal buffs.
技を変更して
We'll see how it goes. If Astro seems
No.
legitimately useful, I'll play.
But I mean,
I-
still
I've
try
always-
Scholar, right? Like maybe it'll feel better with the faster cast bar, right?
that
No,
the Sage
there's
confers.
nothing like there's no beneficial to it.
And there's a lot of time before it comes out. They may go back on the sprint
At the
thing.
moment, what is it that makes Scholar better than the rest of the other classes? Based on what we're seeing here.
The autonomy of the pet. That's about it.
Fucking lie. There's nothing.
I mean, that's it though. It's the autonomy of the healer pet. There's nothing else that makes it
Yeah,
unique.
that's what I'm saying,
Has
there's
Neff
nothing.
reached the sad point of being drunk?
Yeah, I am. Like, literally,
that
I was
part.
very fucking upset when I saw, oh, look at your fucking speed boost. I'm like, oh, what? This is what I played fucking bingo for in this fucking
This
Final
is
Fantasy 14
the
shit?
sad drunk part.
Yeah, the sad drunk part.
Fucking garbage. Just play RDM and not give a
So
fuck.
let's be just hear me out though.
でもらえれば
People literally bitched at the beginning of Shadowbringers, and they brought back Energy Drain. Like they are open to criticism, and this chat is fucking roasting
Once
Scholar.
you get the hang of it, it
Fuck
is
the
quite
chat.
fun.
The chat's such garbage. I already.
I think
know.
all chats are
I-
roasting Scholar.
ヒーラーを
And I hope they
そうです
see it,
ね
and I feel like they
そう
do.
非常に
and they
難しい
understand
です
it.
Look at
Yeah, it looks tough to explain.
Stream chat
healers.
is roasting Scholar, but also
When you're
in-game chat
solo.
is roasting Scholar.
Literally,
true.
everyone's like, "Yo, Scholar's garbage right now." And
Like nobody's talking about Sage and how cool it is. Like they're just like Scholar's dead, Scholar's dead, Scholar's dead.
Right now in the
ガンダムの話しかしてないです
all the they're talking about how dope Sage
For some
is.
reason.
The comments are filled with, oh, the sound effect.
I would
or
love to
it's
see like an
Gundam.
upgraded Astrologian. 'Cause I really enjoyed Astrologian. I think
I-
it's a fun job.
So that Sage dash does
ま
look
あ
fun
という
though.
わけで本当テクニカルバリアヒーラ
Just missed the
ー
dash.
今までとやっぱり本当にまた違
I
っ
will
た
play Sage
タイ
all
プの
day.
ヒーラーとしてなんだろう極めがいがあるというか、
うん。
形になってますのでぜひですね我こそはと思う方はですね
Not gonna lie, I kinda wanna pick up Sage at some point.
賢者と
Sage is
それから
fun, looks fun as fuck.
DPS に
Sugeki wants to be everything right now.
Neff, just slap your dick down and be like, I was the barrier healer last expansion.
I mean,
I-
like, I don't want to be that type
In any
of
case,
You're not being the, like...
the sage.
Dude, like I said,
I will-
You can just gotta communicate with your co-healer.
Neff, you gotta keep in mind, they deleted Silk, they deleted Scholar. They deleted Scholar.
Worth
I
sort of
am
mastering.
fine with commenting the other healer. I'm not playing Scholar though. If that's the change.
Yeah, they deleted Scholar. You have to play Sage, right?
I'll play Astrologian. It's fine. Don't make it seem like I'm like, oh my god, how dare the other fucking.
No.
You're bitching so much right now. We're telling you.
No.
That's
No one thinks you're bitching.
God. Oh,
Neff.
my fucking God.
I don't.
Yeah, and like, there's like 3 people thinking I'm bitching.
I don't.
bitching
I'm not
about
saying.
Scholar being a piece of shit.
Yeah, they did him a dirty there.
I
So-
mean, out of
Someone's
all
gonna
the
play
jobs
Sage?
we did show, Scholar
That's
did get
fine.
the shit end of the stick.
You know what though? They haven't disappointed me often when they actually do listen to the feedback. I'm hopeful they'll actually make some sort of concession or change.
I'm sure they're gonna. These are all works in progress anyways, and after this
And
extreme
they did say
roast
this is not
session-
everything.
Like, oof. Okay.
Yeah, and they haven't released every ability, right? someone in Twitch chat put they reworked Scholar so much that they even changed its name. it's Sage. Yo, but what's the Sage abbreviation going to be? SGE or SAG?
Sag. Sag. Sag.
No, really though, is it SAG?
I hope so.
Did it
it's
ship-
gonna
did-
be, SCH. It's gonna take over.
It's SCH.
Wait, doesn't make sense. What? You know what makes sense, you little shit.
Fucking Sage is gonna go to the scholars and just pull out his guns and be like, "I'm the new fucking healer
It's like,
now."
I'm sorry, where's Celine? Nope, you get guns. Oh, okay.
Like Celine just like morphs into fucking 5 guns.
Just fucking like dual wheel some pistols. Like, wait a second.
Oh, you know what though? You know what though? Someone in my Discord made a good point. Every single healer is getting a single target buff. I wonder if Scholar will get a cool buff.
Yeah, Celine gives you a speed buff. Okay, cool.
That's an ability they took away.
Celine gives players crack.
Woo!
Oh, is this the ability thing
The
again?
trailer?
Yeah, I think they're doing trailer
Oh,
again.
it's the ability thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they'll probably play it again because of like they now told you what they are.
Are y'all doing Abolishment tomorrow? Like the actual front or no?
I think Sugeki is. I'm gonna be away all day tomorrow.
Okay, because I got to actually do the front to get my rank up.
Yeah, I don't
team
know
up
what
with
I'm doing
Grit,
yet.
Because Grit is just unlocked and he wants to do
It's
it.
great. I hate that guy. I'm just kidding. I love you, Grit.
He's gone.
Wait, is Grit still here? Aw,
No, he left.
damn it. Well, Grit, I'll let-
So the Scholar for my raid group, he posted this picture.
where do you put the picture at?
I'll put it in this. Where should I put it here? Fuck, there's so many chat rooms. Where do I put it?
MapQuest.
What map? Where the fuck is that?
This is
In,
fucking
under the
main
voice chat
man.
tab.
Voice chat.
Okay. They put this picture.
That's definitely some
Sammy.
fucking Elisande shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sammy, did you see what I did to the mannequin in my room?
Yeah.
That's a goddamn frog. I saw that
Runa
shit.
comes to the room and she goes, "You would rather have that thing posted near their bed than me?" I was like, "But it's pretty."
But it
Prettier
touches
than you.
me. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired of shit.
Love you.
I'll
Goodbye.
see you fucks tomorrow. I love all of you.
Okay.
Except for Sukege. He's a piece of shit. I hate
Because
that
he's so gay.
guy. No, well, I mean, I love gay people.
No, salty.
No, I didn't mean sexuality. I just meant he's lame.
Oh, yeah, 100% because he's
Yeah.
lame. No, look at me. I'm so far in bullshit. Look at me. I call this and that.
But that doesn't rhyme, right? So you got to use the old.
I'm gonna go pull out all my relics now. Let me just flex as hard as
Literally,
I
I'm
can.
going to log in.
Only if you have them as a only if you have them as a macro where you chain them together gear swapping.
You know, that
I
sounds
love
like
you,
fun. I'm
baby.
gonna
Ryan,
do
you should have
that.
been there at the wedding. That's all. That was all
Do
the
it.
show. It was just like
do
Sukege
it.
pulling out all his
Oh,
relics.
exactly. Like, look at my gunbreaker one. Look at my ninja one. I'm just kidding. I love you, baby. You know.
Here's the
I
red
didn't
mage.
even have ninja yet on
It's
Sukege.
like I don't even have the ninja. I want the
I know,
ninja.
right? I'm just making shit
getting
up.
it.
You're all great
It's gonna
people.
happen.
I love all of you. You're amazing. Except for anyone scholars. Fuck them peoples.
Oh, there's the
Fine,
barrier.
yeah.
That's cool.
But anyway, yo, good night.
That's a huge fucking barrier.
Flare. Scorch. And final countdown. It's cool how it's like a thrust. It's like a saber thrust, but from far away. Okay, here's Scholar. Let's see if they actually do anything fun. This song is a jammer, though.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't mentioned the cars. Oh no, we mentioned those earlier. Never mind.
Yeah, we didn't mention the car.
We did.
Oh,
It literally looks like we're like in Earth or something. Cars are covered in snow.
Looks like a seven days to die map.
Oh man, that's such a stupid ability. They just use the speed boost. That looks so dumb.
Is it faster?
It's barely faster. Like it's like a sprint, but like it feels like Peloton. Combat Peloton is how fast it seems.
The way I look at it though is there are points in a fight where everybody's grouped up and we have to move from point A to point B.
Yeah, but that's what sprint is. It's off the global cooldown.
Why do that if you could still use abilities and move at the same time?
Because you're gonna run out of. You're gonna run out of off the global abilities, right? You're not ever drowning in so many that you never have anything not to hit, right? You have moments to hit sprint.
No, not as a monk. Fuck that.
You 100% do, because you can single weave sprint in between abilities. And they have a trait that they run faster anyways. They run faster anyways, and they have gap closers.
Well, now we have a different gap closer.
Yeah, but they have what is it? Fist of the Wind act. Yep, they run faster.
Switch out of Fist of Fire.
There is no fists. They automatically run faster. They're getting rid of the fists.
Oh, I see. Sweets is taking up your Fantasia addiction.
What?
Did Nev log in without making my shit?
He probably did.
Oh wait, no, I have a mail. Mailbox is here. Oh, there's my baby gear. What does it get me to here? Oh yeah, 475. There you go. I look fucking ballin' now, you know?
There you go, Ryan, Machinist.
Oh. Of course I have it at fucking... Yeah, show me some old abilities here. Come on now. Shotgun! Now with the chainsaw though, do I have a dash or do I have to just fucking walk my ass over there?
It's gonna... You'll see it. I think it's just a dash.
Oh, that's great then. Oh, what was it? Oh, that was different. It shot like 3 small drills. Heat blast, heat blast, heat blast, heat blast, heat blast, heat blast. Auto crossbow, detonate. Oh, he does like a dive back and then an ultra punch. That's the new ability. They didn't show the chainsaw though.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's when they pull out the giant thing that they use for drill, and it shoots out like 3 projectiles.
Oh, that. Well, that doesn't. That's not as cool as I was envisioning.
Yeah.
I was envisioning a fucking chainsaw.
It's a saw blade.
Where those like buzzsaw blades.
Like I wanted a fucking like hand blade, like you fucking grind them, like a melee version of flamethrower, but it actually does damage. Oh, there's a jazz version of the song now too.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier when we were watching the jazz tune.
Now, do you use the special ability for the song at the beginning of the song, or do you use it at the end? Or does it matter?
No idea, to be honest.
It seems like it's at the start, because I think it was that first ability there.
It seems like those notes that are playing is that buff.
Mm-hmm.
Astro.
Yeah, see, like, they just used divination. They didn't need things for it.
Just, it seems like you're still stacking parts for some reason.
It's because they give self buffs when you proc divination. See, he's got all of them. Lady of Crown. There's something here. They must... Yeah, see, they just ate them. They get a self buff. Oh, they have like an AoE that's like falling stars. That's really cool.
That means fitting for the astrological side of it.
Yeah. Well, Astra's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool, actually. No one cares about Samurai.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, bye.
I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the paladin animations.
Oh, the best song. Oh, is it almost over?
I don't know.
I haven't been up this late in so long.
I can't say the same, but that sleepiness is catch up with me. So I was like, oh, I'll go do some Palace of the Denotsuke. I need like only 6 more levels until I can do dungeons and shit, and then just destroy everything until 30. So I think I'm definitely gonna level Ninja Monk. Start leveling all the shit on Tsukage. Or just get a few more done before the expansion ends. The ones that I want the relics for.
はい、戻ってまいりました。ファイナルファンタジー14第66回プロデュースされたライブをお送りしております。So, welcome back. Yeah, we are back. Now we are running the Final Fantasy 14.
Can you remove all this stuff off the bed, please?
Explaining lots of new features for our expansion end of the game. はい、ということで、ここから第2部をお送りしていきたいと思います。はい。よろしいでしょうか。
最初にですね、前半のちょっとそのライフかってですね、召喚師の右ミラーという話を、レベルが上がるとカーバンクルが他の駅になっていくので、姿をカーバンクルに戻したりできますよっていう話をしたと思うんですけど、ごめんなさい、あれ逆で、カーバンクルがもう全基本でいて、これにイフリート右ミラーっていうのをしたりとか、なるほど、姿を変えられます。すみません、ちょっともう召喚は何度もちょっとひっくり返してきたんで、逆に覚えてました。ということなんで、まあ、いずれにせよ、ミラーできますっていう話でした。はい。
Apologies. If you wanted to clarify or make a correction on something that we had mentioned in the first half, where we were talking about the summoner and the Eggy, but we mentioned earlier about how once you level up, your Eggy turns into Ifrit and whatnot. I actually had it backwards. Apologies. It's Carbuncle is the base form, and then you can glamour it to look like Ifrit, etc. So apologies for that.
はい、はい、ありがとうございます。では、ここからは第2部といたしまして、バトル関連調整。
Wait, so you can just have them out all the time?
今までのはバトル関連調整じゃなかったんかい。
So from now on,
Didn't quite catch that.
to explain battle adjustments.
Savage duties, huh?
What kind of adjustments?
Looks like one pure healer, one barrier healer. At least for the savage end of it, which is Peachy Keen, I guess.
他はやってないです。他はどっちになってもクリアできるぐらいの難易度なんです。はい。で、あ、ごめん、いいよ。はい。まあ、前にもこれ実は話してるんですけど、レイドファインダーの場合、これ以上細かく条件を割ると、マッチングが伸びすぎて、ダメなんですよ。なので、まあ、これ以上細かくであれば、パーティー募集を使って、はい、ください。ぜひ。はい。
I do see some comments mentioning about how they are wondering about, well, what about other sort of sorting and like categorization? But if we add more conditions to raid finder, like party composition algorithm, so to speak, it's going to lengthen the time it would take for a party to be matched up. So if you want to be very granular about who joins the party, it might be best to go to the party finder.
さあ、では、そのパーティー募集の続いてアップデートの話でございます。
Next up is updates made to the party finder.
まず、パーティー募集に出すときに、ヒーラー枠をピュアヒーラーとバリアヒーラーでもちろん分割できるようになっております。
So of course, with the party finder too, the healer category will be split between pure and barrier healer.
で、さらにですね、よくこうなんかいろいろ揉める原因にもなってたところなんですけど、参加条件にですね、今回コンプリート済みで、かつ修正源を今週まだ受け取ってないよっていうのを追加しました。はい。
And the second point kind of ties into some of the discourse, so to speak, or like arguments that may happen, which is in order to mitigate it, and that is a new option for players who have yet to receive weekly completion rewards will be added to the participation conditions.
なので、もう今週断賞でいいですと、助けてくださいと、今週クリア済みの方でもいいので参加くださいっていう時は、この参加条件これ入れなければ、そういうマッチングに募集になる感じですね。
So if people are okay with just receiving the tokens, then and they don't mind not having the weekly completion reward, then you would not need to like specify to this option.
それからですね、続いて、ジョブ重複制限で、検索には引っかかっちゃってたんですよね、これ。僕もよくヨシピーさんも参加するときにやってたんですけど、これ検索からも
Search results will no longer include. Huh. Okay.
So search results will no longer include parties who cannot join due to the one player per job requirement. This was actually something that Yoshida also got stuck on sometimes in some of his stroll broadcasts with this whole one player per job.
以上がパーティー募集のアップデートのお知らせでした。はい。さらに進めていこうと思います。はい、お願いします。コンテンツ報酬のちょっと調整を行っております。それがこちらです。
We made some duty reward adjustments.
武器がドロップする討伐と熱戦、もともとね、武器直ドロップ1個あったと思うんですけど、まあ、ジョブが増えたということがありまして、今回、ジョブのランダムの武器1個ドロップするのは変わらず、それ以外にもう1個、開ければその開けたジョブの武器に変わるという武器チェストを追加することにしました。
So trials with weapon
So 2 weapons will drop.
That's cool.
で、この調整をですね、次のページで、ほい、どうぞ。3.x までの高難易度レイドの要素にも、これを全部適用していくことに、今回、細かく、はい、させてもらいました。
Okay.
Revisited the drop table of past content as well, so that we can add that sort of coffer to these different.
ですね、まあ以上が大体コンテンツの報酬関係の情報で、続いていきましょう。はい。
So old stuff will just drop coffers, so that way you can get it what you're farming it for?
Essentially is what it's sounding like.
Seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, no complaints. I just got 2 levels from Palace, okay.
So we will be able to identify a trigger puff, or English says conditional enhancements, sorry. Basically, like props that are applied.
またクローマーの例で恐縮なんですけど、ファイバープロックとかサンダガープロックとか、はい、で今まで、現状ではですね、バフとデバフとその他バフって3つに分類できるんですけど、今回プロックトリガーバフ分離可能になるので、自分で管理して目の届きやすいところにそれだけ切り離して持っていくっていうことができるようになります。
Apologies, the example is Black Mage again, but with the Fire Thief proc and the Thunder proc, it's beneficial sometimes to separate it out from the different buffs that you may have, just so that you have that indicator. So we are now able to sort of split out enhancements and feeblements, and then now we will have the proc or the conditional enhancements, where you can separate it out and then place it where you feel is best to get a view.
まあトリガーバフだけ当然切り離して、ジョブゲージの近くに置いて、視点をそこでもう管理を固めてしまおうとかっていうのもできるし、まあ個別にいつもの通り表示サイズを大きくしたりっていうのもできるので、ぜひ皆さんまたこだわりの UI に役立てていただければと思います。
With being able to separate out just the procs that show up, or the conditional enhancements, you can, for example, place it near your job or your job gauge, so that you can just look to one section to identify any sort of buffs that have been applied on a proc sort of basis, or because you can adjust the elements that you have in the separated sort of display, you can also change the display size as well if you want it to be more prominent on the screen.
コンフィグにこれ、今までの挙動の方が好きだったって方もいると思うので、キャラクターコンフィグで選べるようにしてあります。まず設定を新たに4つ追加してます。
So I'm sure people still prefer the current way. So we made it so that it is selectable. So we basically added it as a new setting in the character configuration.
こちらです。言い方としてはですね、グラウンドターゲットアクションをイカロスとグラウンドターゲットマーカーで、このアクションボタンを
Prevent cursor from moving beyond ground targeting range. That's a nice one.
Yeah,
I think WoW did that too, didn't they?
I think so.
The changes are include press action.
I'm glad for that though. There's so many times where I'm like trying to teleport and I'm like, oh,
Say you wanted to activate
like during the Blue Mage Challenge 25.
related.
And every time I play Ninja,
You can just press the same.
and I accidentally, if I go too far, it's all fucked.
This is where you want to place the ground target. So I think people using the controller might have a smoother time setting their ground target. Is implemented on this media or
はい。あれなんです。今普段吉田さんが開発とチェックしている最新状態のものとはまた違うバージョンのメディアツアー専用ワールドが今今回今日使ってるところなんですけど、そこに果たしてモードがあるのかどうかを今確認しております。っていう複雑な状況。Yeah, so this server is special setup dedicated to the media tour. Anyone, so he checking if this mode is available, this version, and then 見つけました。ちょっと待ってね、動作するかな。
Will the media tour even happen with the pandemic still going on?
Something. And
Good question.
now he is confirming if these are working as desired. デバッグコマンドも違うんだって。
Diva.
これリキャストリセット使えないんだ。
What do you mean on over?
じゃあ
It's like,
時期ってもらって大丈夫。
じゃあゲーム画面を入れてみよう。
キャラクターコンフィグの中の操作設定で、ターゲットの中にここにグラウンドターゲット設定っていうのがあります。で、ここにグラウンド GT アクションの有効範囲内でのみ操作可能にする。で、これはさっきパワポの2行目にあった、そのアクションの、グラウンドターゲットできる距離よりカーソルがもう奥へ行かないなので最も遠いところっていうのが取りやすくなる。すげえ行っちゃって、あ、そこじゃねえ、そこじゃねえ、もっと手前ってやらなくて済む。で、それだけを、オンにしたりオフにしたりできるし、グラウンドターゲット中に、もう一回同じアクションをしたものをそのまま実行するみたいな、これ両方分かれてるんで、
Oh, Yoshi's a ninja.
両方でして、
oh yes, he is.
So when you go into
I'm actually like really excited for the ninja abilities. And they said there was an easier way to put on the fucking 3 jutsu, so
but
looking forward to that
there's
too.
a section where you can set your ground target options. So there are two that is going to be available. One is the aforementioned hitting the action button one more time will place the ground target wherever, or will confirm the you can set the configuration so that it stays within the bounds, and so it allows for you to get like the most optimal furthest distance through turning this function on.
はいね、英語 UI で出してあげたかったんで、私が間違うとあれなんでごめんなさい。ここにあります。はい。
Apologies, the UI is in Japanese. We wanted to make sure that we set the correct settings, so it's in Japanese at this time. But, it will be available on this particular part of the character configuration too.
この状態で、これ以上にいかないです。わかりますですよ。
Huh.
Ground targets
Yeah.
found within that sort of ground targeting range. I hope you can tell, but the furthest it can go is sort of restricted, so it doesn't go.
Alright, I like that.
Yeah, you can see the mouse console can go further, but the ground target itself won't and will stop at a certain point.
I want to say WoW did this too.
これはいいです。
I wish I could remember.
で、この状態でもう一回アクションすると。
So you hit the action button again to confirm.
なので、この辺適当にマウス置いといて、
自動的に一番遠いところまで行ける。
まあ別にこの辺ターゲットしてても使えるけど、まあ一番遠くまで行きたかったら適当に一番遠いところ。
So of course you can place the mouse cursor where you want to go directly, but then if you just want to go as far as you can, then you can just set the cursor to somewhere like close to off screen so that it automatically kind of stays within that target range, but it doesn't go beyond what is available.
いやね、強い忍者したらコメントで、あれ襲撃がない書かれて。
Assassinate gone? I'm pretty sure Assassinate's gone now.
And they've noticed something is missing.
Oh, we got Assassinate still.
Do we?
Yes.
Assassinate is not.
Remember, I practically main ninja on Catboy, so kind of have these little nuances in mind. But I don't see those bars down here.
じゃあ、グランドサイト。
That's interesting. It's not like one of those deals that's a big fucking deal to remove. Honestly. Just extra DPS at this point.
メンバーの詠唱中ターゲット表示、まあこれだけを見るとなんだかわかんないんですけど、出してください。はい。今、ごめんなさい。パーティーリストの中で、レーションバーで、どの敵を攻撃するかとか、どの誰を蘇生するかっていうのが判定するやつに今回なってます。
So this is display party members target when casting, and it's kind of weird to explain it with just this header, but if you look at the check mark, it makes it easier to discern which target your allies are attacking or reviving.
まあ、例えばこの表示に出てるパーティーリストだとまあ例えば左のスクリーンだとモンスターのC 番目の、はい、ヘイトリストに対応しているのでその人に対して今詠唱攻撃詠唱を唱えてますよっていうのが左のスクリーンですね。
So it'll show you which number or letter the person or the target is. So in the screen cap on the left side, it shows you are casting Glare at enemy C. So whatever's on the aggro list, enemy number C, is being targeted.
で、右側ですが今、1番パーティーナンバー1番の、白魔導士がレイズをかけているのはパーティーリストでいう2番目の、プレイヤーに対してレイズをかけてますよっていうのが、まあ、この意味ですね。レイズ2って書いてあるやつ。はい。
And then the screen grab on the right shows that party member number 1, the white mage, is casting Raise. to number 2, which you can see is the paladin in that party list.
ちょっと別アライアンスは厳しい。まずはパーティー。なんかいずれね、考えたいと思います。はい。
Now, this only applies to parties, and I'm afraid it doesn't work on alliances just yet. We'll try to think of something that would make it easier to discern, but for now, it's party members.
これあれだな。
I think it would be very messy on alliance.
っていうのなんですけど、ヘイトリ
Yeah,
ス
for
トに
sure.
敵の名前がね。
敵の名前が出てると思うんですけど、あそこに A、B、C、D ってある。
That as well,
そ
because
れ
you
だ
just
と思ってください。
With how often the alliance groups get split, yeah.
このリストはだからパーティーリ
Makes
スト
this really be
メンバーじゃないです
pointless
ね
for most of the fights.
はい。
はい。
And so, just to clarify, the one on the left is when you are attacking an enemy. So, it's not necessarily your party member. As you can see, the letters should correspond to whatever enemy list that you have. Usually, it's like a name and then the alphabet that follows. So, it's that letter at the end.
で正直迅速魔どうなるんだろう。正直迅速魔はもうインスタントなんでどうにもならないです。ごめんなさい。
People are wondering, oh, what about Swift Cast? And, well, that's instant. So I'm sorry, there's not enough time to display whom you're casting.
それをやろうとすると、誰が誰を今ターゲットしてるのかっていうのを出さなきゃいけなくなるけど、
そうですね。
ものすごい勢いでみんなターゲット変えるんで、それはねちょっとさすがに無理ですね。はい。
That one, you would have to show like which one is being targeted very quickly. So I'm afraid we wouldn't be able to keep up with that system. So it's not applicable.
まあこれはこれでただね事故りそうなのは、
はい。
あ、もろもろ今2の人に蘇生してるから、やべ俺かぶったから蘇生キャンセルしよう、栄称キャンセルしようって言ったら、俺もの俺がキャストしたのを見て、あ、そっちかけてくれるんだったら俺はっつってどっちも
そうですね。
わっていうことはあるかなとは思います。
Now you might also have to be mindful because now you'll be able to discern like, oh, this person is casting raise on party member number 2, and say Yoshido is trying to cast raise, and then Foxclaw is also trying to cast raise, and they realize, oh wait, it's the same person. Oh, maybe I should cancel. And nobody ends up casting the raise, so you might want to be careful on that end also.
だから一度先に栄唱し始めたらガンと強い心で。
So if you know you're the first one who's casting like a raise or a cure of sorts, don't be faltered. don't falter. Keep your casting.
はい、パーティーメンバーの栄唱中ターゲット表示は以上でした。はい、続いてはですね、戦闘不能時の、0% になってしまったヒットポイントバーっていうのを今回表示するようにしました。
Health bars will be displayed even when incapacitated.
Next
Huh.
up, health bars will be displayed even when incapacitated. Sorry.
ですね、これ今までヒットポイントバーを常に表示っていう状態にしてたら、まあ表示されてたんですけど、初期設定のヒットポイント減少中の場合でもこの倒れてる人のヒットポイントバーがブランクで見えるようになる。はい。
So of course, with the health bar, you when it's set to, I believe the default is to show the health bar, but there is a I'm sorry, it's the other way around. When you set the health bar to show all the time, then regardless how much HP is left, you will always see the health bar. But there, with the default option of only display when HP is below 100%, it doesn't necessarily show when the HP is completely gone. So with this update, whenever somebody's incapacitated, their health bar will show up as like a blank gauge.
これはですね、コンテンツ上でですね、キャラクターが倒れているのを見逃してしまうことがあってですね、
ありますね。
蘇生されずにみんな行ってしまった、おーいってなる。まあこれ 気づけないほど同化しちゃう場合はやっぱあるんで、これによってここに命を絶たれたプレイヤーがおりますというのが、分かるようになるので、多分ね気づいてないからレイズできてないっていうのがあったりするんで、これを対応すると見やすくなるんで、ぜひ辻レイズをバンバンしてあげたりしてください。
So this was in order to combat situations where players are incapacitated during a particular content and they just lay there and nobody wants to, or nobody notices them being KO'd. And there are times where people finish a duty and they're like, okay, we're done, we're gone, and you have a party member still on the ground and wondering, oh, but raise, please, raise, please, everybody go on. So we try to make it easier for people to discern.
Boja gonna look different after 6.0.
So-and-so party member who have fought valiantly but is now KO'd, so that people will notice and cast their raise.
はい。で続いてはどっちかというとお知らせなんですけど、ちょっと 6.0 での現透滅戦なんですけど、一回ちょっと封鎖をさせてください。
No.
So next is more of an announcement.
Probably for balancing.
We would like
with the
to,
stat switches and everything.
Temporarily close off or remove the Unreal trials.
っていうのもですね、まずレベル今、90のバランスをめちゃめちゃ取ってるんですよ。全体バランスを。はい、でそのレベル90の着地どころってギリギリまで調整するので、それからじゃないとやっぱり調整できないんですよね。過去のそのバトルって。なのでちょっと一回そのままとりあえずリバーを開けとけばっていう意見もあったんだけど、いやただでさえ今長いのに、ちょっとなんかいくら
That's why it's bad. Alpha no knew what was coming.
はい。
The reason why is because with the raise the level cap, we still want to continue making adjustments to the overall balance of the different jobs, and we would like to adjust it as long as possible up until the last minute. So before we can attempt sort of updating these Unreal trials to match like the upcoming level cap, I think we still need to kind of see where our standard content kind of works out with this new level cap and the overall balance. Some of you may say just leave Leviathan open, but it's been a while. It's been a long while, so I think it's just better to close it off temporarily.
で、再開の時期としては 6.1 から、新しいゲームコンテンツに、変えて再開していこうと思います。はい。
And so we will resume.
Okay.
Or yeah, we plan to resume
6.1. That's reasonable, I think.
With new content.
まあ何なのかある手とか、姉さん同士とかね、いろいろ候補はございますね。はい。
There are many candidates that we would.
Yeah. What about Hildebrand?
Certain Alta, or maybe some. Yeah, many candidates we can think of.
はい。それではさらに続けて、今度は帯防具、いよいよ排出停止が、60迫ってまいりましたので、詳細にお伝えしておきましょう。
Belt remove. That's right.
Belt,
yeah.
And,
oh, I have an emote. There's an emote in this Discord for the belt removal.
まず帯防具はすべて排出停止。
I don't know if you play Destiny.
So belts will no longer be equipable or obtainable via duties and item exchanges.
そしてですね、皆さんは基本的に何もしなくて大丈夫です。装備中、もしくはアーマリーチェストに入ってる帯防具、それからリテーナーが装備している帯防具っていうのは、すべて我々、データベースを直接調整してですね、遺失物管理人にすべて預けておきますので、リストから後ほど 6.0 リリース後に、選んで回収できる。
Speed belt went up in value a lot when they announced it.
どうしてもこれをやっといてくれみたいなのはないです。はい。
But with the discontinuation of belt equipment, there really isn't much that you need to do in preparation for it. Anything that was equipped on your character or has been in the armory chest, or if the retainer was holding on to it for you, will all be transferred over. We will be, or the developers will be handling it on the back end via the database, and we would directly update it so that it'll be given to the Calamity Salvager. So if you want to retrieve them, you can go to the Calamity Salvager and pick it out from a list and retrieve it there.
ですね、それ以外の帯防具はそのまま手元に残ります。
Turn them into
その
seals,
作品の
baby.
マテリアとか制作品の名はそのまま残るので、マテリアを外すのは後でも大丈夫です。
はい。
And all other belts will remain in your inventory as is, and any sort of materia that were affixed or signatures on crafted belts will remain as is. So you don't necessarily have to rush to remove the materias.
そしてですね、エウレカをやり込んでた皆さんが気にされるスピードベルトなんですけど、代替品となる指輪を実装します。
A ring serving as a substitute for the
Who have
speed
been
belt.
grinding
Oh,
on the Eureka content may be wondering about
They've
the
thought of
speed
it.
belt that was obtained through this. That will be replaced with a substitute. A ring will be serving as a substitute for the speed belt.
まあ頑張ってね取っていただきましたんで、6.0 以降に代替品と交換
hey, if you think about it, speed ring is just a smaller speed belt, but for your finger.
ください。はい。
So
Speed ring.
you can exchange it for this substitute item. I know you worked really hard to obtain the speed belt. So once 6.0 releases, you will be able to exchange it for a ring that is equivalent. So please do not throw away your speed belt.
でまとめると、帯はこうなります。6.0 ね、ちょっと待って、左から先に出して、一気に出すとわけわかんなくなっちゃうんで、まず 6.0 前でしかできないのが、左側に並んでます、マテリア生成。だから、これ、連成度100のベルトがあるなら、マテリア生成はしといた方がいいと思います。で、マーケットの出品とか購入、あとリーブへの納品、あとグランドカンパニー、軍需品調達への納品とか、こんな、あと、チェストを、なんか霊式結構言ってて、帯のチェストそのまんまだったわみたいなやつは開けないともう使えなくなっちゃうので、これは気をつけてください。
So we're summarizing here. On the left side is available only before patch 6.0 or the expansion. So if we want to extract materia or like create materia out of belt equipment, you can only do that before Endwalker is released. Buying and selling of the belt equipment on the market board, turning it into different leaves, etc. Also for coffers, those who go to different raids and realize that they have like belt coffers, you won't be able to use those after the expansion releases, so you might want to take care of that.
ちなみに一番下ね、中身が帯防具のみのチェストなので、帯と他が1個になってるみたいなのもあるんですけど、それは帯だけ出てこないです。で、これはもう開けられないので、帯防具のみのチェストは、そこは気をつけてください。
And just a disclaimer, with these coffers, there are different types where it's just the belt equipment or a coffer that has a belt and something else. Because belts will be discontinued, coffers that only contain a belt will
they'll overprice belts to the WoW refugees.
It's like defunct at that point. But if it's a coffer that contains something else with a belt, only the belt will be discontinued. So you'll still get the whatever it was paired with or included in the coffer, but just not the belt.
どうしました？コメントでたまたま。ちょっと待って。Pants gonna fall down now.
Oh, what's that one meme where the dad breaks into the busts open the door with the belt in his hand?
With the belts being removed, the pants are going to fall down. And that just caught Yoshino's eyes.
ベルトなくなるからな。そうね。
For sure, all the belts holding up your different pants are going to go away, huh?
そしてですね、6.0 になってからでもできること、帯防具に対してできることがこちら。つけてあったマテリアを 6.0 のになってからでも回収はできます。あとショップに売却することもできます。で、分解してしまうこともできますし、グランドカンパニーの希少品調達への納品は可能です。あと捨てることも可能です。
And now for what you can do even after the launch of Endwalker is if you, for example, had affixed some materia on your belt, then you can retrieve those. You can also go to shop vendors, not the market board.
I
but
can't
shop
believe
vendors to
Belt's
sell
got
all of these
3
belts.
pages.
Synthesize. You can also do expert delivery, turn in. Of course, you can throw it away also.
ダメだ。ちょっとワンツボールからのウィーフボールって書いてあって。
We're singing.
シャドーブリンガーズかよってなっちゃった。
Ball.
ダメだ。積もった。
Oh my gosh, so funny.
で、マーケットに出てる帯ボール 6.0 前にマーケットに出てたやつはもう検索に引っかからないようになるので、皆さんで取り下げをしてってください。
So whatever you had up on the market boards will not be searchable after the expansion has launched. So if you had anything up listed in the different market boards, you might want to take them down.
今 BGM シャドーブリンガーズにしたら。
Change the background using the shadow fingers.
さあ、ここまでがベルトに関して帯防具でした。はい。続いてこれもねずっとお伝えしてきたんですけど、今日の実機見ていただいたやつもすでにそうなってますけど、デノミネーションについてです。はい。
Oh, sorry. We looked at the game screen, and you may have already noticed some of the numbers being sort of compacted, but we want to explain the downscaling again.
まずレベル50からレベル80までの装備パラメータの上昇幅を今回ギュッと、圧縮させていただいてます。
So the difference in gear attributes from level 50 to 80 will be reduced.
さっきクライアントでも見ていただいたように、敵味方自分も敵もヒットポイントの最大量とかダメージの最大値とかっていうのがギュッと1回圧縮されて小さい数字になります。
So as you saw in the game client, the HP for both the enemy as well as yourself and the damage being dealt has been significantly compacted.
で、これに合わせてですね、調理品、薬品、マテリアの効果量もそれぞれ合わせて、デノミネーション抑えられてますので、ご了承ください。
And then potency of meals, medicine, and materia will also be reduced accordingly.
大体以前の、ファンフェスとか、新情報発表会でもお伝えしたんですけど、大体5分の1ぐらい、その攻撃とかで言えばになってると思ってください。
I think you mentioned this during the fan festivals or in the showcase announcement showcase. But
something with this system is gonna break, and everyone's just gonna like fly to 80.
1/5.
で、全て考慮した上でバランスをできるだけ維持するようには調整しております。
But of course, adjustments to maintain balance with consideration for downscaling of various.
I mean, technically, yeah.
で正直ここようわからんという方も多いと思うんですけど、僕当然全コンテンツチェックをこのデノミネーションされた状態の14でも、全てのコンテンツ遊んでるっていうかプレイしてチェックしてますけど、全くなんていうの変わんないです。すぐ慣れます。1時間もかかんないです。
I'm sure it still kind of raises question. Like it is kind of hard to grasp with just explanation on words, but with Yoshida looking at all of the content and making sure to test everything out and seeing the downscaled numbers, it really doesn't change the way the game plays. It doesn't feel different.
Egg
You
economy
will
in
get used to
shambles.
it rather quickly. It didn't really even take an hour to get used to the downscaled numbers.
もちろんね、ギュッてこう圧縮されてるから、
はい
ちょっと過去のコンテンツで IL ゴリ押ししてたみたいな時は、どうしてもこう上下幅が小さくなってるんで、ちょっとその前よりは硬くなったなこいつらみたいなのはありはするけど、そのレベル90とかのコンテンツとか、まあレベル80以降の今回
I get, man, I just have to wait because I remember going from Legion to BFA did not just feel great at all.
ああなるほどね、出飲みしたから小さくなったなと思ったぐらいで、あとはもう何にもわからないんで、
なるほど
そこは本当安心していただいて大丈夫だと思います。
Of course, with the reduction of the values in some places where it's pressed on with the item level, because there is such a broad range, you might feel that some of the enemies are a little bit tougher, as in like it might take a little bit more effort to get through and deal enough damage, but looking at the content that's aimed for level 90 or anything that's beyond level 80, the instance dungeons or the trials, the primal fights, of course you'll physically see the numbers come out, and like with Fire 3, oh yeah, downscaling, I do see the numbers kind of come down, but again, you get used to it, and it's not like it's not devastating, so to speak.
なので、過去のコンテンツに普通に IL ゴリ押しでなんだっけ、制限解除じゃなくて、IL のギリギリ強いやつでいった時には体感やっぱり今までよりはその伸びが抑えられてる分だけ相対的にちょっとやっぱ硬く感じたりはある。まあそれに合わせてちょっと報酬の付け直しとかは今もまだ検討してるので、はい。ただもう本当80以降とかやってると何も変わらないです、本当に。はい。
Just to reiterate, like if you do go into some of the
That's
passive
devastation.
content, and if you don't go into it unsynced, or no, if you go into it unsynced, because it has been kind of compacted, it might feel like it takes a little bit more effort to get through to some of the enemies. But again, with content that is level 80 and higher, you don't feel a difference.
でなんでやるのっていうところなんですけど、やっぱり今まで、本当にありがたいことにここまでそのファイナルファンタジー14皆さんの応援もあって長く続けられてきて、さらにこの先もあと10年はもう全然やれるだろうと今思ってるんですけど、やっぱりまだそのあたりがわからない、その僕らもなんていうの、どこまで続けられるか勢いでって言ってた時にこうやっぱアイテムレベルの上昇によってプレイヤーが強くなるっていうことを結構こう、大きくつけてきてたところが、今このペースのままさらに進んでいくと本当にもう数字がめちゃくちゃな桁になっていき、もうバグを引き起こしたりとかヘイト管理がもう、今ですらもう破綻してたり実はするので、この先10年もまたこの成長を続けていくために一旦なんていうの、レベルの低い側をこうギュッとちょっと数字を縮めさせてもらって上のこう成長をしっかりまた作っていきたい。でこれは仮にもし14がこの先10年やったらまた8年後とか9年後とかにもう一回またデノミネーションさせてくださいっていう日が来るとは思います。なのでこれはもうどちらかというと皆さんによりさらに長い期間14を楽しんでもらうためにやらなければいけないことなので、すいません、ご理解していただけると助かります。はい。はい。
You may be wondering why we're downscaling, but you know, looking at just how many people are joining us at this point, and we're still growing, so we're looking at another 10 more years potentially, and so considering if we continue at this pace, will we be able to sustain ourselves in the coming 10 years after here? And before, we didn't know how far we can go. We didn't know just how long we can continue running Final Fantasy XIV. So with the concept of the item level making the player stronger, we've kind of added the rate at which players become stronger has kind of it was at an accelerated pace. So with the numbers growing really large and keeping at this pace, we will start to see numbers kind of interfering with some of the formulas and calculations. The numbers will look ridiculous with the additional digits. The management of aggro gets to be a little difficult, and the formulas that work in the background, it's actually already causing some trouble with such inflated numbers. So we want to take this opportunity to kind of compact it, kind of bring it down to size, so to speak, so that we will have more room to continue growing upwards. And so we're hopeful that this will allow for us to leave room for growth. And maybe 8 years down the line from here, we might once again come back and say, okay, we'll need to downscale again. But again, we're trying to look into the future. We're trying to make sure that we're leaving enough room for growth so that players can continue to enjoy Final Fantasy XIV for as long as possible. So some people might be discouraged about the thought of downscaling, but please understand we are trying to do this for the betterment of the game and to make sure we're looking into the future as well.
はい。で、このデノミネーションのさらに、続きがあってですね、人数制限解除の時どうなるのっていうところなんですけど、超える力強っていうのがかかります。
And so there's still more in terms of the downscaling. People might be wondering, so what if you go in as an undersized party? Well, when you're using an undersized party, enhanced echo will be applied.
まあこれまでにできるだけ近いバランスになるように、新しく作ったシステムなんですけど、これコンテンツの
Enhanced echo
でこの超える力今日は自動的に強さが変わるっていう
50% on everything.
ちょっと説明は難しいですけど、なんとなく
Echo
コンテンツに合わせた超える力の強いやつがかかるんだなと思ってもらえればいいかなと思います。
So it says here, enhanced echo effect will be applied to bring the difficulty balance in line with previous patches, and enhancement strength will vary by duty level. So basically speaking, whatever content you go into, the enhanced echo should allow for the power level to be like matched to make it appropriate to what it originally was, and make it in line with previous patches.
で、さらにですね、獲得経験値もものすごい桁になってきたので、経験値も周りもデノミネーションしてます。で、これに伴って今後も数値調整が非常に厄介になってくるので、ちょっとダンジョンの道中、モンスター個々から経験値払い出してたんですけど、もうボス討伐時に一気にまとめてその分お支払いするっていう形に変えさせていただきました。
なるほど。
And then with the experience,
It's an interesting change.
Through battles have become very inflated as well. So we that's being adjusted also. And with that, whenever you go into a dungeon and there are like enemies, like mob enemies or like trash mobs that you go through, previously we would allow for EXP to be gained whenever you defeat each individual enemy, but we are going to be adjusting it so that when you get to the boss, the dungeon boss, that's when all of the EXP will be awarded.
プレイヤーの皆さんが損するようなことにはしてないので、そこはご安心ください。
But of course, rest assured, it won't be disadvantageous, so to speak, for the players when you're going through a dungeon. So, yeah, there's no need to worry there.
むしろ ID の経験値は今回もそのデノミネーションとは別に、
It'll be interesting for
ARR
sure.
からシャドーブリンガーズまでの成長曲線、
はい、
Trash is just trash now. Well, no, they still give materia.
新たにレベル90がキャップっていうところに合わせて全部またカーブを調整したので、
I made a lot of money doing Grand
ぐらい
Cosmos.
結構綺麗に調整したので、はい、心配しなくても大丈夫です。
With the
Jesus.
experience points that are gained in these different instance dungeon has been revisited. We made sure to look at the growth curve across ARR all the way through Shadowbringers, with keeping in mind that the new level cap is going to be at level 90. So we adjusted the curve so that it is appropriate for that span and should allow for you to play with multiple jobs. So
Because right now, yeah, it is a little ridiculous. I have the road to 70 buff on my alt. You know what level I am? I am level 46. You know where I am at the MSQ? No, I just joined a free company. Or no, I just joined a grand company in the MSQ. I'm still doing like level 15 content.
また20分ほど休憩をいただきたいと。
Yeah.
10分いる？いらない。
い
俺は10分でいい。あゆみさんどう
？10分休憩にします
10分で、あ、大丈夫ですよ。
I know for Shadowbringers, I was level 80 by the time I reached the second zone.
休憩の間皆さんお暇でしょうと。
And I was a little upset
ですね
that I could not just.
動画3本ご用意しております。 一つ目は、まずファンフェス先日ありましたね。ファンフェスの思い出動画ご覧になってない方も多いと思いますので、ファンフェスの思い出動画を、ご用意しておりますのと、あと先日
Yeah, my girlfriend started Heaven's Ward at 63.
紹介する動画っていうのがございまして、こちらも合わせて、ご覧いただきつつ、あとですね、最新のサントラデスアントゥドーン、
デスアンコドーン。
はい、こちらね、こちら最近リリースされましたけど、こちらの MV がございますので、こちら3本合わせてご覧いただければ、休憩もちょっとできていいんじゃないかなということでございます。So now we are taking a 10 minutes break now, and then we have some video. One is the memories from the last fun festival, and then introduction of the cookbook.And a new music video for our latest soundtrack, This Until Dawn. はい、それでは今から10分休憩です。So let's see you in 10 minutes. どうぞ。
Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's nothing else coming. It's just promotional stuff now, right?
コメントを拾いながら進行しようと思ってますので。今回結構ボーカルこだわったところなので、
じゃあそこは今日ちゃんとしときましょう。怖い。